Danfo offers unparalleled, curated and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshe traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfo, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfo, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfo Africa. To learn more, visit danfo.africa.
Peace, fam. We are live. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thanks so much for joining. Hit that like button. And please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all come on into the chat. Come join the family. Don't be shy. If you watch this, okay, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button, please. I greatly, that would mean a lot to me. Your subscription means a lot. So hit that like button, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. I got to sneeze. Give me 1 second. Well, I thought I had to sneeze, but it's coming. It's coming. The sneeze is coming. But until then, yeah, we're going to get into the topic here shortly. Descendants of African freedmen in America are foundational Black American or American descendants of slavery. Which sounds sexier? Y'all tell me which one sounds sexier, y'all. Which one sounds sexier? I gotta call you back. Which one sounds sexier? Listen, I'm gonna come up with one. Y'all, I'm coming up with one. Let me cook for like a day or two. I'm gonna come up with one. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but I'm gonna come up with something. ADOS sounds better. Well, listen, we're rolling to Senegal for the Jazz Festival. That is May 9th through the 18th. May 9th through the 18th. Yeah, sexy pause. I'm sorry. Y'all know what I mean. It's gonna sound good. All right. That's what I meant by sexy. It's gonna sound good. All right. Get your head. Oh, Solon's the new one. Solon's the new one. I forgot about that one. In fact, our sister brought that up a couple weeks ago. She said her kids are calling themselves Solon. So we got Solon, we got ADOS, we got FBA, we got DAFA. I'm gonna go into the lab next couple of days and I'm coming up with something. All right. And what I do, y'all better support it. But we're rolling to Senegal, May 9th to the 18th, May 9th to the 18th. If you're interested in joining us, please visit Danfo.Africa. Again, if you're interested in joining us, please visit Danfo, that's DANFO.Africa to learn more. We are also rolling to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival. Zanzibar, September for Safari Blue, and then we're going to Namibia and South Africa. No. I'm sorry, no. Ghana and Ivory Coast, and then after that, we're gonna do Sierra Leone, and that's in November. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. These names gotta, grab the attention of people. Let's go over a little bit. These names gotta grab the attention of people. So it gotta be lit. It gotta be sexy. You know what I mean? We gotta grab the attention of people. So yeah, that's what it's about, so, and this is the site, you guys, go make sure you check us out. Make sure you check us out. Danfo, DANFO .Africa, y'all. Make sure you check us out. Man, I ain't gone nowhere. I've been around. Talking about this man is out again. I ain't one thing about Dynasty Mirror. Dynasty Mirror hasn't gone anywhere. Again, one thing about Dynasty Mirror has not gone anywhere. When's the school going to open? He said it's opening soon, I think. But anyway, let's jump into it. Introducing DAFA, Descendants of African. Hold on. What does it stand for? Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. DAFA. Introducing DAFA from our brother Umar Johnson. Here we go. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Drum roll, please.
Movement. DAF. So my movement to counteract the negativity of these movements we're discussing is going to be the DAFA movement. DAFA, Descendants of African Freedmen in America. Remember,
I like it.
After freedom came, we were known as what? Freedmen. That was a legal classification. We were the freedmen. My 3 times great-grandfather George fought in the Civil War. My 4 times great-grandfather Steve fought in the Civil War. My cousins Lewis and Charles, the sons of Frederick Douglass, fought in the Civil War. I'm a descendant of freedmen who fought to keep this country from being divided. And we have rights as freedmen. So we're fighting as descendants of African, not no American. You ain't never putting that no title, no organization of mine. Descendants of African freedmen in America. So my movement.
I like it. I like it. You got African in there. Y'all love America, so you got American in there. I like it. Because y'all get offended if America isn't in there some way. Y'all get offended. If American ain't in there, y'all get offended. So I like it. I like it. His brother George hating on him. No, don't hate on DAFA. Umar Johnson creates DAFA for reparations to undermine foundational Black Americans. FBA was created to undermine ADOS.
Umar Johnson. I mean, this dude just says anything for a viral moment, man. He just came online the other day saying that the FDMG Academy was finished. Now, let me remind y'all, He's been collecting money since 1619. Ever since his ship from Africa came here, hit the shores of Virginia, came through Chesapeake, hit that shores of Virginia, he started collecting money. For 400 years, he finally says that the school is ready to be open. So now that the school's ready to be open, he got to get some money. So he has to come out here now and do all these podcast shows and be very controversial. I mean, because controversy sells. So he comes, he goes on to it's Up There podcast with the brother Loon, and he's talking about the foundational Black Americans and ADOS and Pan-Africans. And man, like the guy's just saying a whole bunch of malarkey. And the words we W folks like to use. A whole bunch of stuff that just makes no sense.
The growing understanding of a movement called FBA.
Okay.
Pan-Africanism and FBA. Mm-hmm. How do they contrast or complement one another?
Oh, nobody compares to Pan-Africanism. If you want to go achievement for achievement, you can put all them together. You don't touch us. Okay. And I say that respectfully, but it's the truth. Okay. ADOS FBA, respectfully, I'm going to go with both groups because they represent basically the same thing, but there are differences.
Don't forget Solon.
ADOS,
which is a descendant of slavery.
No, they're first. FBA comes later.
Okay.
Okay, but they both exist. FBA is more popular, right?
Okay.
ADOS FBA. I don't have a problem with the American African people seeing the need to make it clear to other branches of the global African family that when you come here, you need to be clear that we built the house and rolled out the carpet for you. Be respectful in my home.
I agree.
The same way you would want for me to be respectful in your
home. So I don't have an issue with the delineation. I don't. It's just you have a lot of people who like to revise history because of the delineation. That's the problem.
As he's explaining, so far so good, right? So far so good. He ain't really saying too much of anything wrong, right? Because FBA and ADOS is fairly new. We was riding this Pan-African train for a long time, and a lot of us decided to say, driver, stop right here. We getting off. We getting off the train because we saw that it wasn't beneficial. We saw that we were the only ones putting out this Pan-African thing. And Umar Johnson, right, those Pan-Africans, I told y'all he been collecting money from the school since 1619. Africa didn't. That school should have been done if he Pan-Africans, because Pan-Africans should be global, all over the world, but he wasn't done.
So the concept of that American African identity, I have no issue with it. It needs to be done. It needs to be said. This is not new. What is new about it is the adversarial stance that they are taking towards African immigrants who come here from the diaspora, and the energy that they give them, the negative energy that they give them, which supersedes.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Also, if y'all got a name, if you guys have a name that you want to present to the Black American community, the African Americans, all right, if you got a name you want to present to the African Americans, the African American delegation, the blackity black Americans, if you got a name you want to present, by all means, you're more than welcome to present it, and we will decide tonight. We will decide tonight if we're going to use your name. All right. In fact, that's what we're going to do tonight. In fact, we probably do a separate show on that. Tomorrow we'll do another show. We gonna come up with another name. We can start tonight though. But we gonna come up with a name for the congregation. But guys, links in the chat room. How do you feel about it? I like it. I like DAFA. The Melanated Supremes, I like it. Ngolo, go ahead.
What's up, bud? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I can't call it. Yeah, this right here, man. I see what he doing, but to be in all honesty, bro, I'm not trying to hear nothing from him until he got that school up and running. But the name is accurate as far as the experience goes, and I'm gonna choose that over the other ones that's asking for reparations. But the people that follow the people that's trying to get reparations, they not finna subscribe to that name though, because they don't want to be identified. They don't want to identify with Africa. So they regardless if it's accurate or not description. In terms of defining a name for quote unquote African American people, I mean, I don't know.
What you got? Hey, put your name in the hat. What you got?
In my thing, since most of us came from, I'll say, well, you can't. Nah, that's more like Brazil. I'll say, in my opinion, but they wouldn't agree with it because I'll make it something in African language. It's not finna be no European language. So, but I'd say like the Tokumbo people. Tokumbo means in Yoruba the people that return from abroad, but they not finna go with that. But yeah, something like that. But they would be the English.
I think we lost him. Go ahead, T. Khalid. Unmute yourself, T. Go ahead. T, you there?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Go ahead. I hear you now.
Oh yeah, somebody was calling me. My bad. When did it skip off at?
You use the Yoruba name.
Oh yeah. I would do that, but they not finna agree with that though, because they don't want to be tied to nothing African. So, but it'd have to be something that tie you to. I guess if you're looking for a status though, you would have to be recognized in the United States. So it'll be English or something like that. But I don't know. I like what dude did, but it's too many names to be an acronym. They just literally have to call themselves DAFA or something like that.
Go ahead, T. Khalid.
My bad, man. You know, those Obama phones acting up today, man.
Oh, got your Obama phone today.
Yeah, man. But nah, you know, I don't think it's gonna work, man. I think FBA is too established, man. And you know, like the previous brother said, FBA does not want to be involved with Africans at all. You know, they believe they're native to this land, so Umar's thing is just not gonna work. And then you have to understand the type of person. Umar lost a lot of goodwill with a lot of people, man. You know, this school taking forever to open, you know, and I believe it when I see it, but just, criticizing black men for, not marrying and, black women, but he out here sleeping with so many women, man, all the female scandals, bashing his son's mother, but like I said, at the same time, criticizing black men. He's just got too many scandals, man. I just don't see that he has a large enough following for people to subscribe to that. Maybe if he was more honorable in his movements, it probably gather some steam. But right now, man, I don't think FBA is gonna die out. And the FBA terminology did beat out the ADOS terminology. It started off with Yvette Carnell, but that seemed to be like a Democrat platform where they was like we're not going to vote for the president who's a Democrat, but we're going to vote down ballot Democrat. It's like, what the hell? And then having chapters and having a leader. So no, I don't think it's going to work, man. If it does, I'll be shocked. But I also think he does need to do this because if his school does open, he's going to need some of these FBAs to go into it, and because he's been so hostile towards the FBA movement, I think he's doing this as an olive branch to them.
Vovo Rance, go ahead, Vovo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Dr. Umar be around these Pan-African circles and all that. I just want to say this to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, it's time to get that CDL. We are hiring. It's time for you to come join me on the road, brother. Because everything you're doing is failing. You're not going to get any movement off the ground. Your time is up. Now you're just flopping around like a fish out of water. Ain't nobody taking you serious. This whole what is it called? Darfur, some bullshit.
DAFA.
He see where the wave at. He see that we right. He know who right and who wrong. He know that Pan-Africanism is dead. That's not anything that's real. So now he's trying to get in on it. He being a culture vulture. He acting like a tether. He is the Dr. Umar is literally trying to tether on to the FBA movement. You know what I mean? And that tells you that we're right. Talking about this movement that he's going to start because he don't want to put America next to it. You can't tell the Black American story without America. Our story wasn't told in Africa. It's not being told in Africa. It hasn't unfolded in Africa. It's not currently unfolding in Africa. That's not who we are. So this trying to make us African and still trying to attach Africa to what we doing, that shit is over with. I'm gonna say this to the Pan-Africanists. Y'all killed it. I've been saying this for years. Y'all know I've been up here saying this for years. Y'all killed it. So Dr. Umar, join me out here on this road. Get your CDL, brother. I could put in a good word for you.
How did the Pan-Africans kill it, Bobo?
Because y'all didn't do anything to move the movement forward. That's one thing. It's just been all talk. Everything around it has been scammy. It's only been talk about it in America, not in Africa. One or two guys may go to Africa and talk about it, but the Africa is not the culture on the ground in Africa. Here in Black America, Pan-Africanism was the culture. You couldn't go anywhere in Black America and not see a Back to Africa bumper sticker, I Love Africa t-shirt. If you look at Pimp C had an African medallion on before, Tupac had an African medallion before, Shaft goes to Africa. That's an American thing, actually. Pan-Africanism is American. It's Black American. They're not talking like that on the ground. Ain't no Pan-Africanism in Africa. They like to bring up Abraham Traore. He by himself. He isolated. Why the rest of these African countries that know everything that me and you know, they know that Africa being taken advantage of. They know that Africa is being cheated. They know they can see out. They can look out in the world and see that the African people have not entered the 21st century. Why haven't
FBAs have long-winded? These long-winded
FBAs. Let him finish. I'm at the Bobo City. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna get out of here. They are control of the militaries there, control of the economy there. Why aren't they mixing it up? You got to link this stuff together. So until you do that, it's all talk. That's how y'all killed it. Y'all didn't do the work.
All right, go ahead, City. Unmute yourself, City.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey.
Yeah, I think Dr. Umar is making a lot of impact. He's educated. He just finished his school. He's trying to link the African and African Americans. He doing a lot of things, you know. He everything that he say makes sense. He go to a lot of occasion where he promote Black people in general. But someone like Tariq, he's just a loser. This is the guy that doesn't even have a regular job. So he's only doing it to fool some Pukirere living in the ghettos, to get some money from them, to give them some fake hope. But I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, you know. That's why ABC channel took down the documentary, because they were all hate and divisive. So I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I'm sorry to tell you that Volvo, I know probably you live in a ghetto somewhere in Cleveland. I'm sorry to say that, LeBron James, nobody want to go to Cleveland. So whatever you're talking doesn't make no sense. I think African unity is going to be
but Umar Johnson expressed that same disrespect that African just said to Bobo, though. He said that same thing, how Africans come over here and are disrespectful of the native Black population.
You never say that.
And you're talking exactly how
let me finish. I'm talking.
Hey,
Don't
Dennis,
cut
you
me
can
off.
play the
Don't cut
clip.
me off.
Umar Johnson
Don't cut me
addressed
off.
that. He said
It's my time.
Hold on, you're right. Let City finish.
Hold on.
Don't cut me off.
Nobody. You guys are just talking over each other. Go ahead, City.
Don't cut me off, please.
Go ahead,
So everything Dr. Umar said makes sense. He's educated. He just finished his school. He was looking for funding, and everything is going on track. So FBA have no room in Black community. Everybody knows that, right? If that documentary that was on ABC, if it were to stand, people listen to it, then at least I would say, well, they have some hope. But where is the hope? There's no hope. But Tariq, he's only on YouTube. This is only source of income that he has. This guy doesn't have a regular job, right? Everything about him is fake, you know. So if let us say, for example, if they had leader like Dr. Umar, right? If they had leader like Dr. Umar that is educated, that have project going on, or someone that educated, that have regular job or running your own business, then you will say, well, they have some leadership. But who is Tariq? This guy is just, making his living, sells on YouTube, fake YouTube, video to sell it to someone like Volvo who living in a project somewhere in Cleveland. They have no hope, to give them some hope in life. But it's not going to go anywhere, right?
Hey, that's
So
the problem.
I think
Dinus, Umar Johnson addressed that.
Let him finish. See, you got 30 seconds. I can pass it
Can I
out.
rebuttal him? Can I rebuttal him since he mentioned me?
You're still cutting me off. You see, this,
Yeah, I gotta respond to him
this
too,
is
man.
intellectual forum, please.
Wait a minute, you already win, man.
Y'all, be quiet. City, 30 seconds.
So as we go on, African unit, if you listen, there's so many channels like Dan's channel. I've listened to the channel recently. They call 54. I think it's this Ghanaian guy they call Godfrey. And they had a very beautiful channel, the linking African American. There's a lot of things going on. If you say there's no hope, there's a scam. What someone like Vobo know? This guy knows shit.
I gotta pass the mic. So what I'm gonna
All right,
do,
sounds good.
Volvo, chill out. So I'm gonna let Volvo. You sound muffled, Volvo. You sound muffled. All right, let me.
Can I just rebuttal something now? Just real fast. I swear to God.
Seconds. Got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I don't even need 30 seconds. This the problem. Guys like this. Y'all giving guys like this microphones that coming up trolling. I would rather have a real conversation. But a guy like this that's just trolling, that's not really saying nothing. Y'all got this problem to where y'all give anybody a mic that goes against Black Americans. That's why it won't work. Because the Pan-African movement today, as it stands, is just a bunch of immigrants that won't live in Africa, a bunch of weird Black Americans with a Wakanda fantasy, and Dr. Umar Johnson. And nobody's getting anything done.
Okay, let me pass it to T. You got 30 seconds, T. I'm gonna pass it out for Africa.
Yeah, bro, you got to play that Umar video because he said all these good things about Umar.
Put the link of it in the private chat.
All right, yeah, because he was saying all these good things about Umar, but Umar did address what the brother was just talking about. Umar just said that he understands why FBA ADOS was created because a lot of these African immigrants come to this country and disrespect FBAs. And then if you look at what the guy said, he kept saying Volvo lives in Cleveland, in the ghetto, in the hood. That's the problem that Black Americans are having, is this mindset that the Africans have. If you don't agree with me, you're some type of ghetto hood rat lowlife. Umar addressed that. That's why he's creating the other movement, because he does say that the Africans do need to respect the FBAs who've been living in this country, and
so,
that's all I have to say.
So T, do me a favor. Put the link to it.
Why would I divide?
Hold on. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. Hey T, question. T, real quick. T, let me just tell T.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, 30 seconds. You think, while I was on my mind, you think Crockett's gonna win her primary next week?
No, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Obama's not even supporting Crockett, man. They are going for that other white dude. I think Crockett is just too damaging to the Democrat Party, just because of her antics. So no, I don't think she's gonna win, man.
Okay.
It's gonna be the white dude. Like, the Democrat Party is behind that Tariq dude. They are even making ads against that Jasmine Crockett, man.
All right, let me pass it to Africa. Go ahead, Africa.
Yeah, greetings to everyone, Dennis and the rest of the fam. Yeah, first of all, I'll start with the name. You said what would be the name to choose. this this is coming from someone from the UK. Okay, I would just say fundamental African Americans of West African descent and natives. The reason why I'm saying that is fundamental African Americans and fundamental African Americans of West African descent and native is kind of covered everything because your fundamental African Americans of West African descent, and also some African Americans possibly carry the native Red Indian DNA, so that will cover everything. That separates you from the African immigrant that comes there from the rest of the continent. Where I also agree with Volvo a little bit, not a lot, is where Pan-Africanism, as far as I'm concerned, it was something that was that came from the US and the Caribbean that was brought to West Africa, to my part of the world, like Sierra Leone, around the Guinea coast, and then obviously we grabbed it with our two hands, and that legacy carried on until it was disrupted. So there was people in the other side of the continent that was interested in the Pan-Africanism. It wasn't because they were not interested, but it was actually infiltrated from America to Africa. But as you can see, is people are trying to revive it again. But the way people are reviving at the moment, I am not really happy. I don't think it's going to work the way they are doing it, because they seem to be very populist mindset, and some of them are very tribalist. Some of them are actually pro-religion. So there's nothing really African about it. According to the ancestors, there was more pro-Africans than the brothers that we have today. The brothers that we have today that's calling themselves Pan-African, they all got their own hidden agenda. And until we have one agenda that we're all looking up to, we work towards, nothing is going to change. We're just going to come in here fighting online. I'll make it short for now, Dynasty. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Big Black. Pause.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. This whole FBA movement, pretty much, as far as Dr. Umar Johnson is concerned, I'm glad he made up the moniker. Is it going to replace FBA? Probably not, because he did it waited too long to do it, but it's going to water it down. Let's water that stuff down, and it's a movement that could easily be, toppled, because their whole thing is, we are a lineage. They're a club. They're a hate group. Keep calling it a hate group. Keep calling it a club. That's dismisses it. We all seen what really was the fruit of FBA when ABC snatched that down, because they have so much xenophobic rhetoric coming from the group. It's no one's really going to take it seriously. Let's be real. He as far as Tariq and the FBA, they attacked the Democratic Party, so hard, and we all know most black people are in the Democratic Party. So we know the gatekeepers of the black gatekeepers of the Democratic Party, they're not going to go with the term FBA. It's just a BLM movement. I mean, 2 years ago, we were talking about the ABO movement. FBA swapped up the ABO. You see what I'm saying? You don't hear about the ABO movement no more. They all just ran FBA. But they were saying they didn't have any African in them. But because they want to stop unity so much, they said, well, we have 30, we have a third African in us, So it's just all to stop this unity. It's this, and I don't think it's coming. I don't think this is organic. I think non-black hands are in this, just like non-black hands are in Africa. Same thing, the same divide and conquer tactic these non-blacks being used. You see what's going on in Ghana, dealing with the AES. The whole divide and conquer. It's the same tactic, and they're using it in on the internet. And I'm looking at all these videos getting super likes and pumped tremendously. I don't think it's been pumped tremendously organically. I think it's some help being they're getting help from the from YouTube, to be honest with you. So
could I say this?
These are just retarded people, man. They're all retarded. Don't worry.
Wait till he's done.
So I want to say this in closing Just keep calling it like it is, a club, a group, a hate group. It's not a lineage. Shut it down. All right,
Could I say this to you, brother? Could I say this to you, brother? I'm coming with just a pure heart. You mentioned that most black people are in the Democratic Party. This is why you see the Democratic Party crashing. I don't know if y'all realize this. This party is going out the back. Crockett out here.
Hold on. If I can interject, Bovo got a point, Big Black, because you mentioned black gatekeepers. They're getting their wake up call, and I'm telling you right now, this is gonna really kick off. If Jasmine Crockett loses next week, this is gonna be the Negro wake up call. Like, I still think, the team vote blue no matter who, the name calling, it might still go on, but they can't say if Jasmine Crockett loses next week, these Negroes can't say ish. Like, I don't hear ish, no shaming, no nothing. Listen, these folks got Jasmine. You see what happens to Jasmine Crockett loses next week?
No, I don't think she's going to lose, Dennis. She's not going to lose. She's going to win.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. The Democratic Party is most black people going to be in the Democratic Party. It's going to be that way for a long time, because you got two choices, right? You got the LBGT movement, or being a party with white extremists. So those are the
so white liberals aren't white extremists? Really?
Well,
you see, that's the brainwashing of the Negro right there. He doesn't think white liberals are extremists when they control every facet of the black community.
He ain't say that.
No, but you just said that.
He ain't say that.
I didn't say that.
No. Yes, you did.
No, he didn't.
You always omit white Democrats as being racist. It's just
he's not. He never said that. That's what you said.
You don't need. I heard his words.
No, you didn't hear his words, because you didn't say that.
Liberal extremist. He didn't say that. He ignored it. He reserved that for the Republican Party.
He didn't say that they were not racist. So what are you talking about? You have an agenda. You want to be a black conservative.
Hold on. Big Black, go ahead.
So yeah, like the brother said, I didn't say that. As far as in the public, as far as like in the public eye, that's how the party is known. Yes, they're two birds. Some would say they're two wings of the same bird. I agree. You know what I mean? Some is more explicit. Some of the white extremists on the other side is more explicit. I think they're more explicit than the left. But bottom line is that most black people are predominantly going to be in the Democratic Party. Let's be real. I mean, yeah, we got this. We have these little.
Hey, hold on. Vovo. Something's wrong with your phone, Vovo. You on your Obama phone, Vovo? No, I can't. It's worse. Go ahead.
So right now, this is what FBA is doing. They're just throwing on xenophobic attacks because the whole reparations movement didn't work. Okay, he can't rely on the Republicans to do reparations. We all know reparations not coming from the Republicans. So where's the reparation movement? After you bad talk to Democrats, I hope he's not expecting the Democrats to cave in. It's just a BS movement. That's gonna get swallowed up by another movement. Like I said, it's just a hate group. All we just gotta do is keep labeling it a hate group. That stuff is gonna fade away. Just like the elbow movement. I'll pass the mic.
All right, go ahead, Kidola.
Oh, thank you, Dennis.
Well, real quick. Let me play this video real quick. That T sent us. Hold on. God damn, I can't. Okay, let's play it.
Sometimes American African or British African brothers will say something to disrespect the continental family. You don't know they struggle. Watch your mouth. And so when the continental Africans come here, or the Caribbean Africans come here, or the British Africans come here, I got to check them. You don't know our struggle. Watch your mouth. Because if it wasn't for us, you would have never got that job. If it wasn't for us, you would have never got into Harvard. If it wasn't for us, you would have never got into Yale Medical School. If it wasn't for us, you couldn't have married that white girl. Although I wish that was a law we never fought for. If it wasn't for us, you could have never lived in that suburb. If it wasn't for us, you would have never got the scholarship. You see what I'm saying? So you literally are building your life off of the blood of my ancestors and got the audacity to turn around and insult the blood that gave you an opportunity to thrive in this nation. That's disrespectful. Although we are all African And I mean this to every branch of the family, because I don't love no branch any more than the other. I am true Pan-Africanist, because there's a lot of hypocritical Pan-Africanists out there. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
They will say Pan-Africanist and they will practice cultural chauvinism. You feel me?
In what way?
You know that lag you get with super.
All right, go ahead, Kidola.
Oh, it continues after that ad, by the way, man.
Well, we'll play the rest. Let me pass. Go ahead, Kidola.
He sound like us.
Go ahead, Kidola. Kidola.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. You see, it's not us that are confused about you people. The FBA, let me call it like that, those that want to form a name. You can form your name. You can be who you what you want to be. But you cannot form a name by being sponsored by some group of white racist women. You people try to talk about, oh, the white people are racist, by other racist Republicans who should suggest you can form a name without no insult. There's no need that you want to get something, but the first topic that come out of the whole organization was like, God damn with the Africans. Damn with the Africans. Africans are not invited into this place. Blah, blah, blah. You can form an organization that let us know as Africans who you are. You can decide not to be African. You can decide to be African. You have no goddamn thing to do with the Africans. They're just looking at you. You see, America is a place of hustle. The Italians are there that are coming every day. The Africans are even the least people that are coming because they need a visa to come there. The European Union as a whole come by visa free. The Czechs, the Polish, the Slovenian, the Czech, Slovakia, and all those people are coming every day. When they come over, they don't know who is there. They just come and do whatever they want to do. I don't think the Africans are coming. Yes, they must see you people, but they don't have much because they're coming for the bags. And they don't say, oh, where's the Black American before I eat my bread? They just go and look for the bread to eat. You know? So communication might be, okay, we are the same skin color. Because we're the same skin color, then if I pass, you hate me because you say I didn't say hello to you. It's almost like, you try to, to hijack me. Then if I move, you say this. If all this program was for you, why don't you take advantage of it? Because the white people who create all these things, they want to make money for it. You think the Africans know that some of this program exist? And some of this program, some of them you need to pay also to go to those places. It's nothing for free. All this school, Black university, whatever I say they set up. White Americans are bringing Africans for scholarship for it. The African government have to pay for whoever they send to those schools to attend some of these schools. Never really for free. You must have to pay. I say you have to be a sportman before you get some of the other schools for free. Yeah, I don't know if it's even free. Maybe sport scholarship. Any of that ones. My dad went to the one that called AM, for FAM, Florida Agricultural Machinery University. He paid. The Nigerian government paid for him. We never read for free. So Africans are coming to United States. Oh, let me come to United States because it's there. United States government will ring the bell, talking to African government. What called geopolitics. Because they don't want the Soviet Union to start, communist or something like that. So we just have to be really looking. Start the organization without not fighting the other ones. If you have to fight, say the identity you try to create is not strong enough. So you have to fight somebody else to create your own identity. Try to organize yourself. Call yourself any name. Make it strong. FBA, ADOS, that daft, Soleon, Freedmen, whatever. But you people forget one thing, and I'm not hearing from you people. How about the Africans or the Africans that they took as slaves to the United States that also own slaves also? The descendants are there. So you don't talk about that.
Hey, Kilo, let me,
You know?
guys, hit the like button again. Please hit that like button again. If you have not hit the like button, hold on, Kilo. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. Hey, Kilo, I gotta pass the mic, but hey, you hear about Peter Obi almost being assassinated, or the alleged assassination attempt on Peter Obi in Edo?
Yeah, what they try to do is a game of intimidation, you know. I don't think they really want to. The dude, where they will say they want to assassinate him, that man is an old man. This man is scared because that guy they try to bring as a governor, we defeat him. That's just the truth. We don't want this guy as a governor.
Okay, let me pass it. Go ahead, Invisible Man. We can't hear you, Bobo. You still on your Getro. Go ahead,
Okay.
Invisible Man.
Okay, Dr. Fubar. You all know what Fubar is? Fubar, fucked up beyond all recognition. And somebody said that the FBA, Tariq Nasheed, was a grifter. And Fubar has asked for money for years and still didn't get that school off the ground, claimed that he was indebted and asked for more. I don't think DAFA is going anywhere. And let me say this, so you guys bear with me here, because FBA kind of rolls off the tongue. That's one reason that it's gained a lot of recognition. But to say that FBA does not recognize their African heritage is not accurate, because I haven't heard one person that even says they agree with the name FBA deny their African heritage. That's one. That's another thing.
That's not true.
Hold on, brother. Hold
That's
on.
not true. The
Pan-African.
elbows
So here's another thing. When a Pan-African at one point was a Back to Africa movement, and that has stuck with them no matter what iteration they are. Hold on. No matter what iteration they are in right now. Man, you need to be quiet. Nobody interrupted you. So at one point, that's what it was about. Its iteration has changed over the years. Another thing, Black people have been in America for 400 to 500 years. They can claim American more than 95% of almost any other group that has been in America. And because they say they are American is not denial of their Africanism. All right. Another thing, the Africans that get on here, CD was an example of it today. To call Volvo out of his name and say and accuse him or just berate him is another reason people have this.
Because he's so equal African scammer.
Hold on.
I got you.
He said
my African
nothing.
brother. I got you.
Because he said African are scammer.
African brother. I got you.
He said nothing.
But the Americans
about
couldn't
you.
do this.
All right. So when you come up here and say that, and I don't know if there's a brother that's always on your channel, and he at one point, probably 6-7 months ago, started talking about the mixed Americans, the light-skinned Americans, and he called them specifically the Smokey Robinson Americans. Well, I'm a Smokey Robinson American that goes back hundreds of years. So it's not only Volvo, but it's everybody else that they like to slight, right? And going back to Dr. Fubar also called General Seti, this light-skinned MF in Detroit, blah, 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 blah. And then he wants to claim that his cousins that are related to Frederick Douglass, who was a full-on white mother, black father, and now he wants to claim him. Dr. Fubar, fucked up beyond all recognition, is scamming everybody. So just because Tariq Nasheed may make all of his money off of the internet, that's his job. I like foundational Black American.
Here we go. Let's get to it, right?
And I'm not saying I don't have any African heritage. but I am an American, and I'll stand on that till the day I die.
Okay, let me pass it. Go ahead, Pierre.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes.
I just want to make a quick point, man. This thing about foundational Black Americans and ADOS and everything, basically all that is based off the Indigenous movement. It's based off of knowledge that, as you know, America is a settler colonial state. It's based off the knowledge that before America was founded, there was a Black civilization established in the Americas before the Europeans came here doing the Homestead Acts. The copper-colored Americans, all that Indigenous movement, that's what it was based off of. And then what they did is they took the ADOS, they tried to throw some stuff in there. Tariq was watching ADOS, he was trying to get involved with it. Him and that lady started arguing. So he took the information and he started FBA. But basically, as you know, the winners of a war get to write the history. So when you really do the knowledge and look at it, that's what it's based off of, the copper-colored Americans, or copper-colored, all that, Indigenous, Aboriginal. There was Black civilizations, and they're the ones who taught them how to, in Virginia, it's all there. They're the ones who taught the European how to plant tobacco and all that and helped them out. And even when you hear Martin Luther King speak about the Homestead Acts, he even says it. And then in his speech, he says, we find ourselves exiled on our own land. And in the Homestead Acts, he breaks down how they're the ones who taught the European how to farm whatever when they came here, but they gave him land with the 40 acres and a mule, and they never got land. And when you look at the Dawes Roads, and then the Curtis did and all that, so it's there. But the ADOS and the FBA, the thing about it is, it's real divisive. I think it was like going to pro or negative, because they were supposed to use the knowledge to redress the government, because they're the ones that got disenfranchised when they got denationalized through being renamed as Black, colored, and all that. So they're really supposed to redress the government, but instead it degenerated where they call it all the Black people tethers or whatever. So I don't know what's going on, but basically that's what it's based off of. So I'm just gonna leave it off of that.
No, I'm with you.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead, T. Khalid. And then after that, it's Wall Street Willie.
No, man, it was just like I said, if you look at that Umar video, it just goes further that he even understands. But I do think he is biting off the FBA movement because it is getting bigger. But he does understand that there's a disrespect. And also, if you look at the Congressional Black Caucus, I didn't even think about this, but a lot of them do have like immigrant foreign backgrounds. I'm not a Tariq Nasheed fan. But I do agree to the extent that if, you call it the Congressional Black Caucus, so, and you have immigrant, you have a foreign immigrant background, but you claim to speak for Black people, that's what FBAs have a problem with. And then that, the Congressional Black Caucus is completely useless. And when it does come and I'm not a, reparations thumper, but I don't mind, I'm not going to speak against it. But if you claim, if you claim to speak for Black Americans, why are you against reparations? And yeah, it does have you take a hard look. Well, then where the hell are these people from? Were they born in America? Where are their families from? Why are they against reparations? And then it comes to find out they're immigrants. That's a problem, man. That has to be called out. People are going to have to wake up and say, okay, well, do I really want to vote for this Jamaican? Do I really want to put this African immigrant in? Is it going to have my interest? That is a major problem, man. So yeah, and Africans are not doing a good job, making their case. Look, I don't want a bunch of African immigrants coming over here and 2% of them are like, conservatives and the rest are like white, liberal, feminist, loving people. Nah, man, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? If the majority of Africans are going to come over here and fall under the white liberal umbrella, which is destructive to America, destructive to the economy, destructive to the natives. They don't give a damn about the country. They're just pilfering this country and sending resources back to their country. I don't want them here. I say FBA and separate. That's why FBAs are anti-immigrants, because we do have a home here. We're not going back to Africa, and we don't want people coming up here stealing from the country that we helped build and sending it back to their country.
Got you.
You contradicting yourself, man.
Go ahead, Willie.
You
Hold on.
contradicting yourself.
Hold on. So here's my issue, right? As an American-born black man,
Oh, here's a liberal white woman.
Can I finish? Right? I always point back to the fact that in the early 1800s, late 1700s, right? My people knew who they were. They established the African Methodist Episcopal Church. We knew where our background, lineage, allegiance, some might argue, lied, right? That was never in question. So my beef with FBA is they'll try to include me, right, and my annual income in what FBA does. No, sir, I'm not FBA. I'm an African American, right? I'm a Pan-African. So now I'm going to kick the back end of not only the FBA, but also the continental Africans that have come over here. I want to be clear. I'm not talking about Africans on the continent, right? With a lot of the Africans that came over here, the unfortunate truth is they brought their tribalism over here with them, and they made Black Americans tribal, right? Like FBA is a tribal thing. They are trying to say, we are this group of people, you're not us. Just like the Igbo and the Fulani do right in Nigeria till this day, right? I want to be clear on that, right? So my issue with FBA is they tether, pun totally intended, off of African American history. We knew who we were. Everybody's not FBA. FBA is a club. FBA is a group of people that claim something that attach themselves to the history of African Americans. Understand what I'm saying, African Americans? We delineated, right? That term they like to use a long time ago. It was offered to us. It was, hold
I
on,
got
hold
it.
on.
Nah.
Hold on,
Yo,
let me
yo, yo,
land.
yo,
Let
yo,
me
yo. I
No,
land.
gotta
let him
say something.
speak.
Just
Stop
stop cutting
interrupting
this
him,
guy
man.
off.
Let him speak.
Wait.
Nah,
Can I
bro.
say something
No,
here?
no. Let him talk.
Let him talk.
Let me
Go
land.
ahead. Go
So,
ahead, man.
so to that term that comes up all the time, delineation, right? That shit ain't new, right? Like we delineated a long time ago when we became the Negro problem. And one of white folks' solutions to the Negro problem was, send all them, I'm not gonna get tariffed, but N-words to Liberia, right? Send them to Sierra Leone. Send them anywhere. Get them up out of here. My people said, nah, we not going. We're not getting on those boats. We're going to stay right here and cast our lot here in America. And for me, at that point, we had delineated. Understand, delineation wasn't even a common term at that point, right? The original use of the word delineator, right? Look it up, right? It has to do with the Ethiopian delineators. Look it up, right? The Ethiopian delineators were a white minstrel group, right? That made fun of Black Americans, right? So this isn't something I subscribe to. But the reality is, when Umar says the things that he's saying, he's not attaching himself to FBA. He's literally just expressing some of the issues Black Americans have. The reality is we were blind. We had a different view of Pan-Africanism than what I've come to realize, in my opinion, what Pan-Africanism is through the AES. The reality is every African ain't gonna be your friend, right? Every Black person ain't gonna be trying to move in the same way you are, right? I always say a coon is a coon is a coon, right? So we have that on the continent, we have that in America, right? But the Pan-African model that we created here in America was all about people from the diaspora, whether it was America, the Caribbean, or West Africa, all working together in our best interests, what benefits all of us. Let me be clear. You can be a domestic Pan-African.
Really, land, please,
All
land.
right, I'm gonna
Please,
land. You
please.
can be a
30 seconds.
Pan-African right here in America, right, and have no plans on going back to Africa. That's a fact, right? So I want to be clear. No, all Black Americans don't subscribe to the FBA doctrine. And I'm gonna land here. When you look at FBA, there is a difference between FBA and ADOS. ADOS was all about Black Americans. FBA, if you look at their flag, it's 3 stars on it. The first 2 are for Aboriginals, right? Black people who were in America.
All right, we gotta pass the mic.
Come on, man.
But I mean,
I was gonna land,
we ain't gonna
bro.
get into the damn
You ain't
flag,
give me
man.
the same time you gave nobody else.
I mean, really,
I was gonna land. Just let me land. Just let me land.
Just let
Right?
them
I'm
Go ahead.
dealing with. When you have the conversation about FBA, you have to realize it's a movement. They have a website. They have a flag. When you look at that flag, there's 3 stars on that flag. I don't subscribe to 2 of those stars. One, the whole Ivan Van Sertima, right? This is something nobody brought up. Whole thing of,
Bro, you bringing up new topics, bro.
Yeah,
Come
man,
on,
yeah,
man.
we gotta
Land, bro. Land is
It
one
connects.
sentence, bro. Not more
move on, Willie.
It connects. I'm gonna keep it short and I'm
we
gonna
gotta
land.
move on.
let him finish talking about the
No,
stars.
I do. He's now going to Ivan Van Sertima.
Hold on,
man.
real quick,
we gotta land.
I'ma
We
land,
You
though.
just don't know how to be concise, man. You be putting too much
exactly,
words.
bro.
in
Hold on, real
it.
quick, Dinus.
Move on, bro.
That's
We
an
gotta move
important
on.
point, right?
With that being said, we take a commercial break.
Danfo offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshe traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfo, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfo, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfo Africa. To learn more, visit danfo.africa.
Honest.
All right, so real quick, Dinus, right? I'm
Really. We're moving on.
Can I come in,
Can I
Dinus?
just land, Dinus?
No,
please?
you're not landing, Willie. You all over the place. You
No,
just
I am landing.
So go ahead, CD. Go ahead, CD.
All right, so I want to respond to the gentleman that said,
Yo,
well,
you'll
I
let
call
Africans talk 1,000 minutes about
I call
African topics.
Vovo
Bro, he
that
told you
Willie,
you're
please.
not landing, bro. Just respect it.
Man, like
Just go back.
Go ahead, CD.
So I wanted to respond to the gentleman that said what I call Vovo or ghetto or Cleveland is ghetto. Or sometimes you have to hit on someone too for them to realize what he's saying is nonsense, right? He came, he said, someone asked him, what do you think Pan-Africanism is feeling? He said, well, everything is scam, everything is just doing that is scam. Yet, no matter what, there are going to be some scammers, but you can't just classify the entire group to say they're all scammers, right? That means, Dennis, you are inclusive because your business is more of taking people from here to Africa. Are you scamming? No. There are people that are doing general businesses. Of course, they're going to be at least 1 or 2% scammers, but doesn't necessarily mean you should classify the entire
Correct.
group as these scammers, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I call him. All I know about Cleveland is the Brown Gym. The entire area is just ghetto and hood rat. And he was not happy with that. And that's the
Right.
fact.
Right.
So when you come here and talk, you have
That's
to
not correct.
the same way that you think that things are sensitive. People are sensitive to certain words. You can't classify everybody to be a scammers, right? You can't say that.
I agree.
So that's what I hit on him back. I said, well, you can't say that.
I get all
So-
that, CD. I get all that, CD.
I get
And
that.
Yeah, so-
Bobo was the straight goofy,
I
right?
supported
But
you
hold
the
on,
other day.
real
But
quick,
let me
real quick,
finish.
bro.
I supported
Let
you
him
the other
finish.
day, right?
Let me
CD?
finish.
Let him finish. He can come back to you. He's
Let
gonna
me
go around.
let me
him
finish.
Oh God.
So when you look at a movement, Pan-African, yeah, we have some cultural problem. People tend to somehow be more of tribalism, try to bring some tribal culture, tribal war into the whole movement, which is not right. But does that mean the entire movement is tribal? No. There are certain people that will always be tribal no matter what you do, right? But
Right.
the only way that people can progress when people fight together, but there are going to be some negativity no matter what. Even we can see the past history of Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, they were all fighting for the same goal, but it came to a point they were targeting each other, right? So until
No.
someone lose his life, right? So it's always going to be some negativity. Even what Dr. Umar said, there are some psycho Africans who just come and target African American,
All
But
right,
at the same time, when he was
my
saying
brother,
that African going
CD, my
to
brother, 30 seconds, my brother, 30 seconds.
when he's saying that African go to Ivy League schools because of them. Most of the African they pay for those Ivy League school. I didn't go to school here free. I worked hard to pay for it. It's not free. No education, nothing is free in America. But for the fact that he taking credit for that, that's a shameful, comment to make. I think it's some sort of jealousy, and I was surprised for him to say that. But I will land down for now.
Okay,
So-
CD. So I supported you.
Yeah, it was
the other
next.
day,
It was next
right?
for you.
CD. I
No,
supported
hold on.
I supported you
Invisible
the
man
other
is
day.
Taraka.
I supported you the other day.
Okay.
So, but the generalization was coming from you as well, and that's what I took issue for, because you should recognize that tit for tat sometimes then creates the animosity on both sides, and it's not bringing the temperature down.
Correct.
It's keeping it going.
Correct.
Right. So that was my issue.
And I
Yeah,
agree.
but that's why I mentioned Bobo name. I mentioned his name.
I'm passing the mic. Go ahead, Taraka.
All right.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
What up, brother?
Here we go
Good
again.
evening.
Good evening. Yesterday we beat up on the sisters. Today we're beating up on the brothers. When are we gonna beat up on the crackers that got us all in this fucking mess?
Huh?
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah. Good question.
You know, we talked about this before slightly, and I said I accept FBAs. If black people in America want to call themselves FBA, I accept them 100%. If they want to call
I
themselves
don't call
African
myself
American,
FBA, brother.
No,
Why y'all
let me
disrespecting this
finish.
brother,
Please let the man
Let me
speak. Oh
finish.
God.
Let me finish. I said I accept it 100%. If they want to call themselves African American, I accept that 100%. Black American, I accept that. Caribbean American, Caribbean, Jamaicans, Africans, I accept all of it, because none of it our ancestors gave us. None of it. Africa, we didn't give ourselves Africa. That's a white name, right? All of the names that we inherited, every last one of them, none of it came from us. And that's the irony of this whole damn thing. You see what I'm saying? None of it. Whoever says it's not true, don't know your history. None of it came from us. None of it came from us.
So I'm a
Right?
black American. I know my history.
Oh,
Right? We fought
You
to
just can't help
cultivate
yourself,
and
can
build
you?
bro,
throughout the
You
years.
just can't help yourself.
You just have to say something, right? You can't shit F up, bro. Like I said, you could call yourself whatever you want. None of it. My name is Delroy. It's not my name. Trevor, Dinah, any one of these names, none of it is us. None of it is us. You see what I'm saying? Because it didn't come from our ancestors. You see what I'm saying? All of these names that we have, the language that we speak, it's not ours. Right? So just back and forth, beating up each other every goddamn day on the chat and in the world, whether it's on the African continent, America, the Americas, Jamaica, wherever, we just beating up ourselves, right? And the ones, let me finish up. The ones that got us in this mess, we always let them off the hook. You see what I'm saying? And that's our goddamn problem. That's all I'm going to say.
Yo, I want to piggyback off that statement because what this man just said is accurate. Because what he just said is very, very important. Because everybody on here calls themselves so-called Pan-Africanists, but you guys never study how the CIA, the white intelligence agencies or whatever shut down the Pan-African movement. None of you never study that. If you look at it, the Pan-African, the first Congress, wait, let me make my point because he made a very good point. The first Pan-African Congress was held in Europe, so the Europeans controlled it. Another important aspect that you don't understand is at the time when Pan-Africanism was rising, Black Americans were still under Jim Crow. And what happened was the white people, the white Americans or whatever, the white and the Europeans, they are what getting destroyed in the international community because they were treating the way they was treating the Black people. And then the Africans didn't really want to deal with them. So what happened is in the international community, the Africans was putting pressure on them to treat them better. And what happened was the white Europeans, and then they saw that the Black Americans, they don't want to start Pan-Africanism when they started going to Africa and they started that independence wave. And the European was so scared of it that he put everything in his power to shut down and make sure it didn't happen. Because they gave him a fake independence. Over here, they acted like they was freeing us through the civil rights movement or whatever, but they didn't really free us. Then when you look at how they got Ghana to overthrow not Kwame Nkrumah, to this day, they banned the book he wrote. The CIA banned that book he wrote because he said it's the most dangerous book in the world. They shut down
what book?
But what happened was
Neo-colonialism.
Let me finish, boss. Can I finish?
Bro, it's my platform. No, you're not gonna talk over me. It's my platform.
Okay, I'm
get the hell out of here, man. No, it's my platform.
Told you, Dinah. Can I respond, Dinah?
What's that me for? It's my platform.
Yeah. Dinah, when is my turn? I'm waiting for my turn.
What was the name of the book?
That's all you guys trying to be disrespectful.
I was talking about
neo-colonialism.
That came before Columbus, written by Ivan Van
It's called neo-colonialism, the final stage of imperialism. That's
okay,
what
we got Michelle on there. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hi, good evening, team. How's everybody this evening?
Doing good.
Pierre was in the moment. Donis, Pierre was up in his moment.
Yeah, yell at me. It's my platform.
I'm sorry. He probably didn't realize it. But if, I'm pleading on my brother's behalf. He probably was in his moment. But guys, I think this is an interesting topic because there, of course, anything Dr. Umar says. Now, as soon as he says something, there's always a reactionary. Like I think we're giving him free publicity because every time he says something, it is like the grassroots wants to say anything to backfire Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, golly, the school's closing down. He's going to jail. He's getting investigated. But Dr. Umar has a right to do whatever he wants to do. He's building a school. We don't know when it's coming. So now he wants to create another an acronym. So what is he doing different from our Tariq? You all got that thing. He got the Hidden History Museum, $2 million for a building that only has one bathroom.
That's Tariq. Hey. That's not Umar though. Right. Here's the point I'm making. Right. One of the issues that I have with FBA is this cleaving to a fake history, right? So that's why I brought up the book, They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. That book was disproven, right? That book was debunked, right? No, I don't believe that I was aboriginal to this American land, right? So when the FBA claim my history, right, my ancestors that taught me who I was, they're lying to you, right? This whole foundational Black American thing is not something that all Black Americans subscribe to. I want to be clear on that, right? But the reality of YouTube is YouTube has made the world flat, and it's made N-words believe they were Indians, right? Like when the brothers are talking about their home countries, I let them lead, right? So, Dinus, if I could, I would just like to be actively involved in the conversation, right? No.
Well, he can be
Bro, you
actively
be
involved, but hold on. You be actively involved, but you just be, as we say in Cali, side busting too much, man. Like everything don't need a hey man or a response every second. Like it's
But I'm
just
saying though,
annoying.
but I'm
And then
saying
you
though,
get
on
long
certain
winded, you
topics,
don't land, and it's just
but you
yeah,
be
I'm saying
involved
nothing that I did
regardless.
was long-winded.
you like the brother with on I don't know was
I'm
the dope
saying I'm
was the
not
dope
getting the average
what's the movie
time.
like you sound like a prison babbler sometime, Willie.
What
Like
I'm
you
saying is I don't
prison
get the
babbler.
average time, right?
Like you a
That the average
goofy,
Nigerian gets to
And
talk
he's still
about
talking.
Nigeria,
He's still
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
talking. Oh my
saying.
God.
But Willie, you can talk about the Black American experience, but you just be babbling, Willie.
This
I
guy
No,
mean,
I'm
can
not
just talk,
babbling
talk.
though.
golly,
I'm
you just
making connections that
you
make
sound
you
like
think.
the brother in Cell Block and CB4 with a Kente
How so?
goofy on, and you just be
Or the
babbling
guy,
sometimes.
I've
Willie.
never been to jail, and
or
I
the
have
guys
a
in the
Why you
huge
academy,
bad?
driveway full of foreign cars.
or
I'm not
the
babbling.
guys in the
Brother,
The
academy.
brother,
thing
you
Oh
get
is,
involved in the
there's a
conversation
new guy. I
regardless.
Yeah,
think
let's
Oh
talk
Brandon
about it.
is here. Let
Lord.
him talk though. I think probably Brandon just
Oh
came.
God.
I'm
Okay.
saying I'm
All
not
right,
that.
Willie. Thank you for your. Okay, Willie. Thank BMW. All right, we got a
So can I finish
BMW.
my
Willie.
point, bro?
Willie, every black person in Atlanta drives a BMW. Willie.
Nah, but can I finish?
I
That
mean,
wasn't
come
my
on, man.
point.
It's
That
foreign
that
car.
wasn't my
Oh
point.
God, Lord Jesus. Go ahead, Willie.
That
You got 30 seconds.
I'm just trying to deal with the whole FBA thing, right? Most African Americans, we don't subscribe to that, right? We don't believe we were aboriginal
He's saying the
to this
same thing
land.
over and over. It's the same thing.
No, give him 30 seconds. Go ahead,
Like a
Willie. Go ahead,
broken
Willie.
record.
Go, Willie.
Cause
So
see, when
new
y'all
people
talk
here, I think
about
Brandon.
the difference between the Fula and the Igbo, I don't do what you're doing right now. You, from wherever you're from, are talking about my people. You don't have a right to have an opinion more than I can tell you. This stuff affects my life, right? Yeah.
All right,
You get
Willie.
the
All right,
there's a
Willie. All right,
reason why
Willie.
Umar said what he said, and it's not coming from an FBA perspective. It is coming from a valid argument that Africans who have come over here, right, represent the worst of what the continent has to offer. They come here, they try to align themselves with whiteness, right? And you have to realize we fought for the doors to be open for many of you to come over here.
Willie,
I'm not an
Willie, I
FBA.
hate that argument because you act like FBA or Black Americans, whatever you want to call us, don't try to align
Let's
with
talk about it.
whiteness.
Let's
I mean,
talk
come
about it.
on. I mean, let's stop. Let me pass the mic to Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I bet. Now you're gonna pass the mic.
Go
Bet.
ahead, Brandon.
I'll
Unmute
wait.
yourself, Brandon. Unmute yourself, Brandon.
He ain't ready.
Brandon, unmute
So
yourself.
now
I'm
can I
passing it back
finish?
to Willie.
Yeah,
Brandon,
he ain't
unmute
even
yourself.
ready.
Oh, Willie, come on, Brandon. All right, go ahead, Willie.
Hey, Brandon.
Go ahead,
That's
Willie.
not my argument, right? About people aligning themselves with whiteness. What I'm telling you is this whole movement that claims they're pushing for reparations, they're literally making an argument that is anti-reparations. If you were indigenous to this land, right, your lot has been cast already, right? Anything that the white folks stole from the indigenous people in this land, that's already been settled, right? That's not the reparations argument. So no,
No, I'll support that.
FBA,
I'll support the
FBA,
reparation. I'll
hold on.
support that. I'll support it.
FBA isn't
The
the
the the
represent.
the African Americans are right to get the reparation. They are
You're not
100%
understanding what I'm saying,
entitled.
though, bro.
No, let me finish.
I
You've been
appreciate your
talking the thing
support,
over.
but you cut me off.
So Okay, but
I
let me
appreciate your
make my point.
support.
Let me make my point, Willie. I'll
Come
give
on,
you the
bro.
flow.
Can I finish my point? Because
But
you
he's
know
just
Dinus ain't gonna
talking,
let me
Willie.
talk too long. Can I finish my point?
Enough
Okay.
of you talking now.
Talk.
Enough of you talking.
All right. Continue.
You're an African talking
No,
about Black
you go,
American
TD.
issues.
You go make your point,
Bro,
please.
you
I
be
don't.
doing it
Yeah, I'm just
all the
trying to make my
Talking
point
time.
about
to this
Because
guy.
other
I'm
people
just trying to
Yes,
make
you
my
do,
point.
Willie. You anytime a
Any
conversation is had, you
African
input
that say
Americans
that they
in it
are
when it got
against
nothing to do with it.
reparation, you are an evil person. The African Americans are entitled to it. We, the Africans, we are not entitled to reparation at
but
all.
bro,
If you want to extend your hand to get any reparation here, you are just a stupid person.
hold
You are
on,
not
bro. But
entitled to
watch
it. This
this
is
though.
for the African
You're
American, and we
displaying.
all
All
support that.
right, I got to pass the mic. Go ahead,
Hold on, real
Brandon.
quick, Dinus.
No, Willie. No, real quick,
Come on,
Willie.
man.
Go ahead,
Cut him
Brandon.
off.
Pass the mic from old Willie.
Y'all niggas is goofy.
Dinus,
I'll send you $10 if I
Dinus,
can
can you
talk.
Send it
If I can
Dinus,
talk.
can you hear me okay?
We'll out here.
Yes,
Go
we
ahead.
can hear you, Polo.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Brandon.
look, man, look.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's up, Michelle? First and foremost, Umar had his chance to go after FBA and Tariq. He chose to make peace because he was embroiled in a scandal and he didn't want Tariq coming after his ass because they're both scam artists. So scam artists protect each other, no matter what their ideology is, right? The thing is this, FBA has been defeated thoroughly, routed. Tariq has lost 2 times in court to me and to Harka Bay. The problem with FBA was they built their entire movement on one issue. You know how black people are single issue voters? FBA made an entire movement off of a single issue, not black empowerment. The issue was personal gain through reparations in the form of cash payments for the descendants of slaves or foundational black Americans. They made it very clear when we get these reparations, we should not be expected to build anything. We should not be expected to do anything to further our community. We want to get this money for our own individual pursuits, whether that be higher education or Colt 45 in pork rinds, right? So it's so crazy because FBA, when they think that they on top, it's just a us thing. But when they lose or things are getting fishy, then it becomes a we thing. FBA was never a group. If you look it up on Google, it says it is a digital movement, 100% with no physical representation, in the real world. So they lost before they started. Tariq took advantage of those people. He took their money. He built a little something for show, a rental property, and now he's working on Hidden Colors, number 12, Flex's Revenge. It just was a grift. It was an elaborate grift. It was a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brandon, are you washing clothes or going through a car wash?
No, I'm just driving.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole thing is Tariq got over on them. And here's the problem. The reason why black people will always get scammed is because black people can never admit they were wrong. So everything you're hearing from FBA right now, as they descend or devolve back into the Wabo movement where they came from, it's all just anger because they realize they got scammed and bamboozled and hoodwinked, but they just can't admit it. So I say we as Pan-African people, we should just let FBA collapse into the sunset and go off into obscurity because they're not going to build anything because they never intended to build anything. FBA is like Black Lives Matter. They don't have you can't name a single thing that was created in the name of FBA that was made to benefit black people. And don't even bring up Tariq's fake liquor store / museum because that thing ain't never open. I drive past that thing at least three times a week and the doors are always closed. So he'll eventually end up selling that. That's Tariq's, that's Flex's retirement plan right there, Dinus. You know they say you need about $2 to $3 million to retire. He gonna wait till that joint becomes worth about $1 million or 1.2, and then he gonna sell it and he gonna move to Senegal. in internal FBA. But yeah, man, DAFA, whatever that is, I'm not ascribing to anything created by Umar Johnson because Umar Johnson is not a respectable or a reliable person. He's not a leader. He's just a con artist. Same thing like Tariq. He's not a leader. He's just a con artist.
All right, guys, hit the like button and please hit that like button. Make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. Shout out. Let me read these super chats real quick. Tarhaka put the link in. Thank you for $2 holla. Aqua, okay, 758 $2 holla. Dynasty need an on-screen timer, 90 seconds per panelist. Define Brandon, thank you for a $5 holla. A retard should stay in a retard place. This guy is a retard. All right, go ahead, Fresh. Go ahead, Fresh. Go ahead, Fresh.
Get down. Say me something.
Well, let me see. It's Fresh. It's Fresh.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Hey, man, y'all can't be calling on these Obama phones. Come on, Fresh.
I'm on speakerphone. I don't have an Obama phone.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's wrong with expanding on your lineage to get what you want? So I'm trying to talk and people just interrupting.
Nobody even said anything, you damn lunatic.
Brand,
so now you just being disrespectful. You want to be?
This the host talking. Y'all, we're not doing this tonight. Brandon,
this being disrespectful for what?
Go Fresh,
for what? You already lost your argument.
Go ahead, Fresh.
So yeah, Obama phone, my phone costs more than yours, man.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So what I'm saying, so what is the issue? What is your issue with FBA?
Was this show meant to litigate FBA? This is about FBA versus DAFA, man.
But I'm just saying, like, what is the issue? Like,
give your opinion,
can I finish?
Give your opinion. What do you think?
Can I finish? You just cut me off, and then you just said that.
My issue with he asked a question. He asked a question.
I asked a question and I wasn't finished. You immediately
my issue with FBA. My FBA issue.
So what is your issue?
Fresh.
I'm gonna get into that. So what is your issue with FBA? You gotta break it down.
The issue is it's not based on lineage at all.
That how so? How so?
Because if Tariq Nasheed doesn't like you, you're not FBA. If Tariq Nasheed likes you, you're FBA. That's not lineage based. That's Flex's preference based. He literally has called people who are not. Okay.
That's a real gangster stuff.
All right, go ahead, Fresh. Go ahead, Fresh. Fresh.
This guy said that's if you're against us, dude. If it's based on lineage,
I can't do this.
If it's based on lineage, it doesn't matter if I'm with you or against you. I'm still a part of the lineage because that's DNA. That's what I'm telling you, Dynas. These people are slow. They say it's lineage based, but it's really preference based. It's just like the Democrat Party. They only accept you or want to listen to you or see you as valid if you agree with everything they say verbatim. If you don't agree with everything they say verbatim, well, you're not a part of the lineage. Well, at that moment, it ceases to be lineage based. It's really just ideology. It's an ideology. That's it.
Look, I've said this on this panel before.
Hold on 1 second. Tarka had a question. Go ahead, Tarka. I'll pass to you, Invisible Man.
Sorry to get off subject, Dynas. Quick notes. Did you hear about the restaurant in Senegal that some I think a white dude opened it and no black person could come there? Did you hear about that?
No.
No.
Okay. Put the link in the private chat.
No, don't do that. That's crazy. And also, City. Sorry.
Well,
yeah, sorry
hold on. Tarka, just put the link in the private chat, and then I haven't heard about it. But go ahead, Invisible Man.
Okay. So what I was going to say is that we always break down into these groups, and it's like you got to be part of my gang, and if you're not part of my gang, then you're the ops. But even though I will criticize Pan-Africans and say what I say, I think we need to link up. I think we need to do business with people in Africa and the Caribbean and South America. Wherever you go, you need to link up and make those business connections. That's the only way we're gonna get things done. I've said on the panel before that, you know, I've asked about the monetary system. How come you can't pay in resources? All that kind of thing. There is so much that can be done, and there are so many Black Americans in the U.S. that have these companies. Not small, well, small in comparison, but companies that can do major infrastructure work. So I just have to take issue every time somebody says it's FBA versus ADOS versus Pan-African versus this versus that, when the end goal, it looks like everybody wants to get to the end goal, and then we allow these names to stop us in our tracks from even having a discussion.
That's not true, because ADOS and FBA haven't built a single thing or even attempted to start anything economic. You can't build with a bunch of people who are not focused on building, bro. FBA and ADOS said if they get billions from the government, they are not going to do any building on behalf of Black America. They say nobody could tell them what to individually do with their money, and they gonna do what they want to do. Dynast, am I making that up? When we said, well, yeah, if y'all get reparations, y'all gonna help build up the Black community? They said no. So why do you continue to fantasize about this idea of building with a bunch of people who have made it clear they are not about community, they're not about building, they are about their personal enrichment?
All right, go ahead.
Even if few people are enriching themselves.
I'm passing the mic to B. Go ahead, B man. B man, unmute yourself.
Okay, here I go. I don't think Brandon, you out of line, Brandon. But even though you're FBA, so you have a right to your own opinion. But my point is, why are these African guys? What do they have a say in? Why are they so mad about us wanting to delineate just like the Yorubas or the Igbos and all the rest? You know what I'm saying? And where's the olive branch from the African countries? If they so want to, we're the ones, the victims in this. Why are they putting us up to all these challenges and this? Where's the olive branch from them saying, come back home, here's something for y'all, citizenship, anything? I haven't seen them do any in 50 years. It's been all give and just one-way street.
Man, you 50 years old talking about we're the victim, bro. You still looking at yourself like a victim. You gotta grow up.
I don't care. We got $1
stop
million.
that.
Nah, let B man finish, y'all. Go ahead, B man.
You can't change history, and the history is that they sold us into slavery. We didn't sell
but you're not no victim, dude. Nobody sold you into slavery.
Brandon,
nobody sold you into slavery.
Let him finish, Brandon. Let him finish.
We don't owe them anything, Brandon. And like I said, where's the reciprocation of this situation? They the ones with all the minerals and all the assets and all the land and all this. We just some slaves that came out of slavery and doing for ourselves and made a better life for ourselves. And now they want to come tether on to what we doing.
I agree with you. We don't owe them anything. We don't owe them anything.
Can I ask you?
No. Let him finish, guys. Stop interrupting, man. Jesus,
right?
Let the man talk.
You disrespecting the Uru, man. You gotta listen. I don't care. Like I said, man, where's the reciprocation? Where's the love? But they ain't showing us no love. You go over there, you gotta get taxed. You're a foreigner. They consider you white. All this, where's the love at? Where's anything? Come over here, bring the money. Here's some land. Let's build some corporations. Let's start some factories.
I could tell you never been to Africa before.
Y'all, no, let him finish.
I'm through, bro. That's all I got to say. But
Hey,
Brandon, I got love for you, bro. You just got a different opinion, just like Jesse and the rest of them. It's all good. You still FBA, regardless if you hate and you hate yourself and all this stuff, man. But the problem is, it's not our fault. It's not us. We didn't start none of this. I remember before Donald Trump got in there and they was waving their flags, talking about we couldn't do nothing and what we saying ain't nothing and nothing. And then when we don't go out and vote and the wrong person get in there and you see what Donald Trump doing, now it's our fault. No, man.
Hey, there will not be no Trump slander on this damn panel.
Brandon, be quiet.
Go ahead, Big Black.
And you're lying, talking about you waiting.
Hold on. Go ahead, Big Black. Go ahead, Big Black.
You just a big liar.
See, here's the thing
You're not a black belt. You's a buster, man.
Go.
See, here's the
He
thing,
said,
right?
must.
Because sit there and say that you do this we stuff like we French. I'm an African American. I don't like the term FBA. When you say we, a lot of us don't agree with the term FBA. But you're just gonna just lump all us in and say we want to be FBA.
Okay, Black American.
It's not a lineage.
Just
It's
say
not
Black
a lineage.
American then. Forget the foundational. Black American. I'm black. I'm not
You
Indian.
been Black
I'm not
American.
African. I'm black.
I'm black.
not
I'm Black
Indian,
American
I'm
and
not
African
African, I'm
American. When you
Now I'm
fill
talking
out an
about black.
application, listen,
Forget
sir.
the foundation, because y'all try
Sir.
to use that as like it's some kind of group,
Sir,
and that
sir.
I ain't never donated to
When you fill out,
Be man. So I told people not to interrupt you. Don't let Big Black finish.
but
Go
that's
ahead, Big Black.
disrespectful, man. Talking about that
how that's
folks is
disrespectful? You
like
Oh
disrespecting
man,
us.
Big Black,
it
B
ain't no
man, chill
fault.
out. Go ahead, Big
Okay,
Black.
let me say this. Let me say this, and I just want to say to Tahaka, man, I respect you, brother. I think you're a good Pan-Africanist. But the reason why a lot of African Americans are going against the term FBA is because the history that Tariq puts on the group. He says that we 1/3 Indian. You know, we're
That's
not
a lie.
1/3. That's what he says.
Tariq has said that.
Hold on. When Willie was trying to break down the stars, that's what he was going to get into.
That's a lie,
Okay,
man.
he does say we 1/3 Indian. We said we're the real Indians. Are we the real Indians?
That's a lie. You talking
He,
about Dane
Tariq did say that. No, Tariq said that.
He
Tariq
denied
did
that.
say that.
homie.
He
He
denied
says
that.
we're the real Indians.
No,
he says
Tariq
we're
did
the real
say
Indians.
that.
That's Dane Calloway, bro.
He rebutted that. He
Tariq
specifically
and Dane Calloway. Wow, y'all don't
We
even.
do have indigenous. We do have Indian in our blood, bro.
Here we go.
Oh
My
boy.
grandmama said that. She's 97 years old.
Well, if that's the case,
She
you know
remember when
what?
they labeled us as Indians. She remember when
That's
they
what
called
I'm
us
talking
Indians,
about.
bro.
Well, here's the thing.
Hey,
Let me
you,
talk. Let me
When the
talk.
white
It's my
folks
turn
called
to
B
us
talk.
man, B
She
man,
remember
you
they
might
called us Indians,
B
bro.
B man, you might be a hoe, but you damn sure ain't a Navajo.
Whatever
That was
Brandon
good.
you say.
Yeah.
You just
See,
lost,
that's what
bro.
I'm talking
You lost
about.
in the sauce.
First you said he didn't. First of all, sir,
Can I come
you
after
said he
B Black,
did it
please,
first.
Dennis?
Hey, hold on,
That's what I'm
hold on,
saying.
Brandon. That was a good one, Brandon.
Whatever.
That was
Brandon got
good.
little jokes and shit, but he got his ass whooped on no jumper, and like a little bitch.
Hey,
Little
but
bitch
Oh,
like
come
you
on,
is,
man.
homie.
Come on,
You's a
man.
sucker, Brandon. You ain't
hey,
from Long Beach, homie.
B-man, let me talk, man. Let me talk, man, because you intellectually dishonest. First you said we
I
didn't say
got,
we're Indian.
hold on, Brad. I got one. You might got bad knees, but you for sure damn ain't no Cherokee.
That's what you talking about, homie. That's disrespectful. And you resting your dick right now, man. And that's disrespectful.
Hey, you might got a bad
Disrespectful,
knee.
bro.
Hey, you got a bad knee, but you for damn sure ain't no
Yeah,
Cherokee.
well, we're gonna see what these Africans do to y'all ass. Because they damn
Hey,
all y'all doing is just drifting
you remember?
on this African clip.
Hey,
You just want to get an
I
African
got
clip
another
off,
one.
my
Hey, I
nigga.
got another one.
You ain't going to Africa, bro. Fuck Africa, bro. We don't give a
Your
fuck
girl
about
might
Africa,
get
bro.
good neck, but you sure ain't no damn Olmec.
Man, giggle like a bitch.
You guys are
Fucking ass
mad.
pig, nigga.
Where's Vuvu? Vuvu left. Vuvu is gone.
Donis, he said he the founding member of the Motisa tribe. You want Motisa? That's the only tribe black people is a part of. Hey.
Okay, that was not a good one. But this is what black people in America do. We come together over what is going on right now because we can laugh at that kind of stuff. So that's what we all have in common, though.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah,
I don't see nothing
man.
funny.
I see something funny at all. First you said you were Indian, then you said we were Indian.
All right, I have a quick question for B-Man. I have a quick question. Can I ask you, please? So I want to ask you something.
Where you
right?
from, first off,
Brandon,
bro?
Brandon
from,
go
bro?
to Africa.
Okay,
Dennis
so where
always
you
go to
from? I don't
Africa.
have to explain nothing to
Have you
bro.
ever spoken to Dennis that you
This
have
African
interest
guy
in
wants
traveling
to
to
ask me a
Africa?
fucking question. Go ask your people
See, that's why your movement not going anywhere, because y'all
But you see, this is the
Y'all
problem.
niggas owe us
xenophobic.
too.
That's why y'all movement not going anywhere.
Y'all niggas
May
owe us
I ask
too,
a
man.
question, please?
That's what you don't understand. All right, bro. I'm out. Y'all ain't real motherfuckers.
Hey, let
Big Black,
go ahead, Michelle.
it's a good
Go ahead, Michelle.
conversation. I wanted to hear you out, sir.
Go ahead,
You have to
Michelle.
go, but I wanted to hear you out, sir, if you can.
But me? Because I was
Yes,
still
sir.
talking.
Yeah, I wanted to hear you. You said you were leaving.
Okay, No, that was B-Man, but B-Man wasn't talking. He was just interjecting. I was still talking.
Oh, okay. I'm listening, Mr. Big Black.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brad, I got another one. I got another one.
Brandon, little saucy Santana ass. Brandon, you saucy Santana ass looking ass nigga.
Go ahead, Big Black. I'm gonna save you. Go ahead, Big Black. I'm gonna save you.
Santana ass Brandon, nigga.
Come on, man. I know you don't do that in the Indian circles. In the Indian circles, you like better than that. Come on now, let's calm down. Shit, this ain't a powwow. Listen,
saucy Santana.
Anyway, man.
She might have that lockjaw, but she damn sure ain't chopped
somewhere, nigga. Take your fat ass somewhere and twerk, nigga. Have a twerk off.
Man, come on, man. Could you go back in your teepee and chill? Let me talk, man.
Saucy Santana ass nigga, shut up, nigga.
Hey, B-Man, you can't. Hey, B-Man. Hey, okay, so B-Man.
No, you don't use N-word here, please.
B-Man,
Get your fingernails painted, fool.
B-Man, there's a $10. Listen, it's a warning because you knew. So there's a $10 tariff. If you say the N-word, you got to pay $10.
Hey, when you say the N-word, do you mean Navajo? Or do you mean
Good Lord.
You even sounded sweet when you said that. Navajo, you little sweet ass, muffin puffin cake ass, booty buster.
Hey, Dinus. They call me sweet all the time, but little do they know. Don't let me get around your girl.
Go twerk off. Go have a twerk off.
Stop. You coming over here after you drunk your fire water, and now you want to disrupt the show, man. Come on now, shit, chill. Now, all I'm trying to say is,
Hey, Brad, I got another one. You might like it up your booty hole, but you showed that ain't no Seminole.
You sure ain't no African.
That was too far. That was too far.
That was just raunchy.
You sure ain't no African, but you will take it up your ass again.
That was a good one.
You guys know that if you guys keep this, you can sell this to AI.
That shit was kind of funny, though, Paul.
But seriously, this is some good.
That was kind of funny, though. That shit was kind of funny. Pause.
It was hilarious.
Hey, B-Man, that was a good one, B-Man. That was a good one. All right, y'all, go ahead, Big Black. All right, we done. Go ahead, Big Black.
Thanks. I was just rudely interrupted by Littlefoot. What I'm trying to say is, Tariq, he's trying to give us a history that's pseudo. That's the main reason why I'm against FBA. We all know we from Africa, but then you got Tariq. I guess Tariq got into it with some people online. Now he wants to give us a fake history. That's the main reason I'm against it. And then second is the xenophobia. You coming on here saying that we want to be FBA. You're not speaking for most African Americans. I wish you FBA, your FBA group stop doing that, man, because you don't speak for me. You don't speak for most of African Americans. So stop it.
I respond in the workplace because in the workplace, I have people that come to me and tell me on their sheet, because I work in human services, they are foundational Black American, or they are Black American, and I live in the DC area, so a lot of the healthcare workers are of African descent, from continental Afro-Caribbean descent, and they're like, I don't want her working, I don't want to work with her, I don't want them in my house. But again, what has happened, what has transpired, many of the jobs that once Black Americans, traditional Black Americans were once doing, now a lot of foreigners are coming in to do that and displacing Black Americans. So I want to know if this is a nuance of this after effect, because again, here in the DC area, a lot of jobs that once were done by Black Americans are now done by the immigrant population. Then one quick example, I had a situation where a young man who was working for a cleaning company, again, he had some developmental disabilities, high level, high functioning. The man who owned the company was a Black American. The nephew or somebody inherited position, the contract, and the company lost the company. So a Spanish company came in and moved him out the job. So what's going to happen when we don't have the businesses anymore to sustain so we can keep ourselves employed?
But nobody's displacing Black Americans. Black Americans don't want to work. We've decided instead to become dependents of the system. I think the entire reparations movement was a testament to that. I don't want to work hard and aspire through my own, work ethic. I want the government to give me a handout because they owe us. And once Black folks adopted that they owe us mentality, that was all she wrote. That and they don't, and
That's
Black
not
Americans don't
correct.
want Africans in their house because they think they
Hold
do
on,
voodoo.
hold on, 1
That's
second.
basically the reason.
Hold on 1 second, Brent. Willie, I ain't got your $10.
Yeah, I'll send it if I could speak.
Man, you in the hole. You should have paid one
Yeah, I mean,
yesterday.
come
You
on,
ain't have to
man.
pay.
Hey, Dinus, I got one. Those jobs might have changed hands, but I bet you they can't rain dance.
That's a fact.
Hey, man.
That's a fact.
Hey, listen, man. Michelle, I've been in the Chicago area. We don't, our competition is the Latin America. I mean, I don't see that issue you're having. If you're having that issue, that's messed up. I don't know for sure if you're having that issue, but in the Midwest, we're definitely not, bumping heads with Africans as far as like job placement. That's not happening in the Midwest at all. So I never seen it. And I've never seen FBA, anybody say the FBA ever.
I'm feeling it here on the East Coast, here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. It is heavy here. Oh, my Lord.
Man, Black people in America just want to feel better than somebody, man. That's all
But
it
you're talking
is,
about
man.
Spanish people, but I don't know the reason why you should go after Africans. These are Spanish, right?
No,
So,
there are people from the continent that work here. Again,
Hey, Black people go after Africans because a slave wants nothing more than a slave to call his own. Black people want somebody to be subordinate to him. It ain't about jobs.
No,
It's about
Yeah.
we want them to be under us.
Do you
And
think
because they work hard.
Do you think the legacy of slavery got to do with it as well? They look at Africans. No. Okay, I mean, no, because in the UK,
xenophobia is just a part of American culture, anyways. But
okay. In the UK,
the mindset of FBA people, bro, they just want to feel better than somebody. And African immigrants are the low hanging fruit, brother. That's all it is.
Okay, I hear
some
you.
of it some of it does have to do with how some continental Africans do come over here and operate, though. I can't be obtuse about that. Some continental Africans that do come over here do be thinking that they better than people. That's true, and they do try to appeal to white America. But we can't act like there isn't a large contingency of our people that try to appeal to white America. So it's just fallacious what they try to paint the narrative to be.
I don't.
Hey guys, real quick. I need to give the disclaimer. I need to say no Diddy to the previous Indian jokes. A couple of them. No Diddy, but I thought they were funny. But yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. My bad.
I thought
But I think
was really interesting because that's what we do. And I was never good at the dozens, and I think Big Black was never good at the dozens either. Because we that weren't good at the dozens took.
No, I was good at the dozens. You speak for yourself.
Okay, well,
we from Chicago. That's all we do.
Man, he was getting mad when we was cracking jokes. He was getting clown when he was little.
Who?
Invisible Man.
Anybody who get mad when you crack jokes was the one who was getting clown when they was in elementary and middle school. That's Big Black. Your black ass was getting clown.
Oh hell no! I know you chubby ass. So you fat ass.
Okay, hold on. What'd you say about Big Black? What'd you say?
Paul? Fat ass Care Bear trying to talk, man. You probably got a cupcake right
now. Yeah, Brandon got thumped. I mean, you can just look at Brandon and know he got thumped. But anyway,
that's a lie.
Listen, so Michelle, what she says, that means that it is FBA is growing. Because how do you put foundational Black American on an application if it's not growing and it's in such a large population? And that's one of the chocolate cities in America.
Exactly. It's here. It has landed here in DC, in the DC metropolitan area. It's here.
But we live in a capitalism system. So if you work hard, you will make it. If you don't, as Brandon said, you're not going to make it. That's the fact.
But I'm not. I'm talking. The direction I was going in this conversation is Black people here in America who meet the lineage requirements are identifying as FBA, and they will let you know I'm FBA, and I don't want XYZ taking care of me, or XYZ doing this for me
Mm-hmm.
and the community. Because I had another situation where I was supporting a family within an assisted living community. A lot of these assisted living communities are mainly run by, you know, the recent Black immigrants, like Nigerians. I had one lady from Sierra Leone. I had one Jamaican lady. All the ALFs, that there was one ALF that was in Capitol Heights that was run by a Black American lady. She had to sell it because she was getting older. Now I don't see no Black American running an ALF. None.
But there's no Black. I think you're playing a clever game, Michelle, where you're saying that old black people are saying I'm FBA because you're designating them FBA. They're probably telling you they're Black Americans.
No, not the old ones. It's the younger ones. Because I had
but what I'm saying is there's no old person saying, yeah, I'm FBA. And I'll give you a fun fact. There are more Black people in California than the whole DMV.
What's that?
Okay, I mean that's possible. No, because I did have.
I don't know, Brandon.
This is a statistical fact.
Brandon,
the whole state of California is huge, so that would most likely be true.
This is a statistical fact. Why do you guys argue with me? Are y'all tired of losing these arguments yet?
DC Black population is leaving. It's not the same as it was. They just
only speak truth. They tired of getting shot.
Hold on. He said whole DMV. He didn't say just DC. He said the whole DMV.
Yeah, the DMV is not as big as California. Is huge, brother. Like.
No, but Negroes are going extinct in California. I'm telling you.
No, there are more Black people in California than the entire DMV, the whole DC, Maryland, Virginia.
We're going to look this up right now. The whole
That's
DC,
not
Maryland,
hard to
Virginia.
believe.
Come on,
man. Listen, man. Either look it up. Don't make me start rain dancing up in here. Don't make me start testifying up in here.
No, but if you talking about DMV, it got to be like Arlington Heights, Virginia. It can't be like ruin all the Potomac areas. It got to be just that specific DC area. Now, if you talking about the three states,
so listen, there's 2.17 million Blacks in California. Okay, the Black population of DMV. Hold on, let's see if we could get a close to accurate number. Hold on. You know, Brandon, hold on. You know what? Brandon might be right. No. See, Brandon, you can't really. You know what? It's actually close. No, Brandon, you're wrong. Because Brandon, DMV is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So Brandon, you're wrong. Brandon, you're wrong. You're wrong, Brandon. You're wrong.
No, but it's the metropolitan. It's not the entire Maryland and the entire Virginia. It's just an immediate area by DC.
Wait. There are only 1.2 million Black people in the whole DC, Maryland, Virginia area, bro.
You can't count like Baltimore. You can't count like Richmond.
Listen,
no, I'm talking about Dynas.
But listen,
that's going to add to their population.
No, you could count it all. In that whole area, there's only 1.2 million Black people. In California, it's 2.5 million. That's the facts. Dude, I don't argue unless I know I'm going to win.
So you're still not going to defeat her point off those numbers.
But what I'm telling you is what Michelle is saying is no Black people, no old Black people are saying, I'm a foundational Black American. Most old Black people don't even know what that is. Young people might be saying that.
That's the other thing.
But how many young people that are even saying that? You know?
Listen, man.
I've encountered it.
Most young people most young Blacks don't even vote. So do you think those people are going to mobilize to create their own distinct category as far as the federal recognition? No, they're not. That's Black people. Young people follow trends on the internet. That's it. If High Sanat say, man, we just gonna call ourselves Abba-Dabba-Doo. All them young people be saying, yeah, man, I'm Abba-Dabba-Doo. Like, bro, it's not really a thing, bro. Most people still haven't even heard of FBA.
It's really Tariq, the jobless guy that are trying to cure all that shit to survive, you know?
Oh, you know, I forgot. I got to pass. Go ahead, Jagoon.
Thank you, and good evening to everybody. I'm listening again and trying not to come on, but had to come on just to say a few things. If what I'm allowed. The word tether and the meaning of it used to mess me up. I thought, what do you mean, tether? How dare you? And then I looked at it and I said, you know, if there's anything that is tethering at all, whilst you are boasting about Nike, which is not black, or Timberland, which is not black, and saying that, oh, you're dressing like we're dressing, you're taking our culture. You say that we don't have culture, but you're taking. This argument has always been idiotic stupid, and non-factual as far as I'm concerned. If there's anything called tether at all, it is a African American, a Black American, no, an FBA who doesn't understand the closeness of him to the white institution, the white parameters. That is the tether. You are gleaning and attaching yourself to white people in order to separate yourself from African. That's the only tether. Me as an African, got nothing to do with no tethering, rubbish, nonsense. I would add, if I am to speak in the way a white man would speak as to a black person, in a way that is racist, I can't say it to any black person on this planet because I know I'm attached, I'm involved, I'm related to every black person on the planet. Me as an African, you as an American, we would share our ninth grandfather. We would share him. We would share her as our ninth great grandmother. That is our attachment. And there is no release from that attachment. There is shame. There is definitely shame. And that shame exists in every black culture in the world, including anyone from Africa. Growing up in this country, I know many Nigerians who, when we were young, they used to pretend that they were Jamaican. Not me once in my life. They used to pretend that they were Jamaican. And this was a way of hiding your Africanness. They did it. We don't seem to appreciate that we have a cause of shame in being African. We want to separate ourselves. Ain't no African man. When I was young, the Jamaicans used to say, "Me not Jamaican." The persons who used to come with knowledge and sense were the Rastafarian back in the 60s and 70s. They were the ones who were promoting Afrocentrism and giving history to us in the UK about being African and being proud of being African. Now, this was a resource that many of us used, whereas in this time in the UK, we are a young black kind of community in the world. We're about 60 years old, to be frank, in the terms of strength. We've been here for an awfully long time, and way more than 60 years old. But in terms of numbers, we're about 60 years old. And within that time, between the African community and the Caribbean community, we have been able to course our brotherhood, maintain our brotherhood. And today, there is no rubbish like is coming out of the FBA mouths. No, there's nothing like it. We don't think like that. We don't behave like that. We get in touch with our history. We perform our community. Right now, and still, African Americans are the number one black people on the earth. Yet, this generation is not understanding their responsibility. And in listening to this debate before I came on, I was quite proud that those who understand themselves to be African American spoke down FBA nonsense. Because I don't know what these people would tell their children. I don't know what legacy they would leave. Because what they're suggesting is that being closer to white, not necessarily in terms of your complexion, but in terms of your culture and what you are culcated into, they are going to offer their children confusion, as though we're not confused enough. I don't know why the heritage of African American that has led the black world into so much consciousness within one generation, they want to smash it into pieces. I say to the African Americans on board here and the African Americans who's ever listening that they've got a job to do to dispel this thing. Because we in the diaspora outside of America, we can't do anything about what this FBA nonsense is. We can't do anything about it, to be honest. But I do say that you are still the leader in the black world and you have to take your responsibility. I believe that the baton needs to be handed over. I do believe that you've done more than you should have done. I do believe that you haven't been offered the assistance in the Black consciousness from the rest of the world as you should have. However, the ignorance of us in Africa, and there's a great deal of amount of ignorance in Africa, don't get me wrong. So those coming over to the Americas and proving their worth and boasting about who they may be and saying that African Americans are less, you see, because you are first, your emotional imbalances that you have, your trauma that you have needs to be put aside, and you need to behave as leaders to those idiots who come into your nation and don't understand how your nation has been built. And I'll tell you this for free. Most Africans haven't got an understanding of how there are a few of us who are exposed globally that would appreciate where an African American will come from. But I'm telling you, that would possibly pronounce about, I don't think it pronounces 10% of Africans. You are going to get more and more ignorant Africans coming in. But you can't be waylaid by that. You can't.
Jagu, 30 seconds.
Yeah, you've been going a long time.
Go ahead,
No,
Jagu.
it's just
Can
that,
I ask you a question?
it's not that I've been going a long time. Wait, I've got 30 seconds. It's not that,
30 seconds. I got somebody on the
yes,
panel.
I appreciate it. I will take my 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
It's not that I'm speaking for long. It's just that I speak word for word without and ahhing. And
but you're repeating yourself, man. Come on.
How? Did I repeat myself?
Don't
You said all this stuff before.
Stay focused, Jagu.
Is it boring you? Is it boring you?
Jagun, 30 seconds. Go.
No, it's okay. I can move on. It's all right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a quick question for you.
Go ahead, Ted. No, go ahead, Teddy on politics. Go ahead. Mute yourself, Teddy. Mute yourself. Teddy.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to address something that Michelle had said earlier about the FBA being on the application or something like that. You said that earlier in the stream. Yeah. Well, if people want that FBA, the acronym is a misnomer. I've said this before. It's a misnomer. That means a misnomer is an incorrect representation of the idea. The idea is that Black Americans are foundational to America, and Black Americans are not foundational to America. Africans are foundational to America, but not Black Americans. There were no Black Americans at the founding of America. There weren't any Black Americans till 1868 with the inclusion of the 14th Amendment in the Constitution. At that time, that's when Black folks that were in America became Americans. So if they want to mark themselves down on whatever application that's FBA, that's fine, but it's incorrect. It is not correct. It is a misnomer. Like I said, it's a misrepresentation or incorrect representation of an idea. And that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to address her when she said that earlier.
Can I give Jack a question, Dennis, please?
Go ahead, City. Did I pass it to Michelle?
All right. So everything that you are saying, yeah, definitely is true. You saying that, some African American that are trying to identify themselves with FBA, but then at the same time, you as a Nigerian, we have a big issue with you guys. Nigeria is probably the largest Black country in the entire world, right? And I've seen a lot of Nigerians that being more of like embarrassment to a lot of African, and I think you should definitely address that to your community, specifically.
What do that got to do with anything he said?
We're addressing everything.
I have no idea. But all I was saying.
But see, this be my.
Let me finish my question.
People like you.
Can I just reply?
People like you is why.
No, I haven't finished my question. I haven't finished.
You haven't begun
so my
question.
thing is,
I know where you're going.
I've seen a lot of Nigerians, specifically the guys and the ladies from the Igbo tribe, because for some other reason they all think that it should be light skin and the bleach, and it's a real embarrassment to the Black community. If we want to address the black issues, we should address all of it. Even though a lot of black Americans right now, even the FBA,
Bro, where's your question?
I don't. Let me
Let
finish.
me quickly come back to
And
you.
when I finish, then you will talk. So I don't see African American bleaching, right? They don't. It's only the maybe the one end that are, up there, the celebrities like Serena Williams or how do you call it, Beyonce and all of that. But to see a guy bleaching his skin, trying to identify himself with white, and you claiming that the FBA want to identify themselves with white,
As I
I
said,
think
not
that's a complete
contextual.
embarrassment
Well,
to
okay, fair
Africa.
enough.
Y'all be
Fair enough.
derailing these
Right.
conversations,
So,
man.
Bro, can I come back? Can I come back so we
if
can just
if you
end this?
say the FBA trying to identify, first of all, I don't think if the
Bro,
FBAs
you
are trying to identify
haven't really got
themselves
a
with white.
question. You haven't really got a question. What it is that you want to attack Nigeria, which is fair enough. Wait, I've heard you. Which is fair enough. You can just hold on. I've heard you for a long time. You didn't get to any question. You just wanted to touch on the Nigerian issue, which is fair.
Because you
What I will put to you, let me just land. Let me just, bros, let me just land. No. Let me land.
Finish.
No, you finished.
He said FBA try to identify themselves with white. They don't. I don't see them bleaching their skin.
You didn't listen. You only listened to, bros. You only listened
their skin
in order to
who
argue.
is trying to identify themselves with white. Who is trying to identify themselves with white.
You're repeating yourself. Be quiet now. Let me speak. Apart from your repetition, you asked no question. One, you asked no question because you wanted to attack Nigeria. Fair enough. Wait. Just let me land.
We addressing the black issue here.
Dennis, can you ask him to let me land?
That the FBA want to identify themselves with white.
Hold on, CD. You did kind of say you had a question, but it's going to a monologue. What's your question?
That's right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
No. Let me come in.
That's why he's cutting me
off. Whoa. CD, just please ask your question.
Okay,
he hasn't got one.
Who is identifying himself to white? If the FBA are the one trying to identify themselves with white, if they're not bleaching their skin, or the Nigerians who are bleaching their skin.
You said bleaching skin 15 times. Thank you. Let me come back. I will tell you this. There's not a black person on this planet who doesn't carry trauma and shame. Nigeria, there's nobody suffering Nigeria like Nigerians. So whatever you're going through, I'm going through more. I'm speaking more on the Nigerian issue than this. This here is an issue. This is a platform where all black people come and speak. Care of Dynast setting up this platform. I'm normally on Nigerian platforms when we're tearing each other apart as to what should we be doing. Why are we not doing the right thing? Why does Nigeria, such a big and populous country, keep coming up with the wrong political answers? You think I don't know what's going on in Nigeria? You think you can tell me about Nigeria? You can't tell me shit.
Yeah, but if we address the issue of black American identifying themselves with white,
you use your time to create enmity between you. I don't know you, Star.
I don't know you too. Why would I know you?
But you derailing the conversation, man.
No, I'm not. He's saying that
because this is not germane to the conversation.
We got somebody new on the panel. Go ahead.
To the conversation. He's saying that the FBA trying to identify themselves with white.
I use the word complexion. But because you listen,
I passed them.
Wait. Let me just say this. I use
this is getting annoying, man. Please.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you to the panel for allowing me to talk. I wanted to address some of the things I heard earlier. People was making mockery, casual disrespect, making a joke about black people identifying as like Native Americans, Navajo and whatnot. I think that's not cause for, because when you look at our genetic makeup, at least what I researched, I didn't do the DNA sample myself. This is just the data that's on the internet. Allegedly, it cracked a human genome, right?
You want to know the truth, huh?
50 to 70% of Black Americans or African Americans contain DNA from the Mali Empire, the Senegal Gambia region, or Fulani and whatnot, right? As you look at these tribes in that region, especially the Fulani tribe, they look identical to Native Americans. How they dance, how they dress.
No, they
don't. If you look at the Dogon tribe, how they dance, the mask, is very similar. So I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it to try to. I'm not trying to say to capture it. But what I'm saying is, if we was to claim the Fulani or the Dogon, y'all gonna be laughing at us too. So no matter what we do,
bro.
oh, you're not this, you're not that,
That's
whatever.
our people.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, a lot of those Native American tribes are hundreds of years old, older than colonialism. So if a person want to identify what that is, you can't prove it neither here nor there. But as far as like,
yes, you can.
Umar Johnson. I mean, you look at the tribes that they say we come from. They look exactly like the people over here.
No, they don't.
No,
what are you talking about?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Listen.
Y'all, this is what y'all be making Black American
I done
people
looked at these
bad.
pictures. The feathers, the garb is very similar, but I'm not saying it's the same thing. But if a person was to identify with those tribes, y'all gonna be negative too. Some people just negative by nature. But the point I'm trying to make right now,
nobody's finna detest nobody from saying they African when they African.
Y'all just clowning people like it's just a joke that they talking about. I ain't gonna use the sexual innuendo or the words that was used, but it wasn't cause for to just talk down about something. As far as FBA and Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson, they're just basically they don't make up the majority. The majority of Black Americans are Christians, they Muslims, Nation of Islam, Hebrew Israelites. A few people even know FBA even exists. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's even worth talking about. As far as like a main discussion, I think the main discussion should be, why is it that the average Black American, even if they just Christians, why do we have this negative experience with Africans? Why do we all share the same consensus that these people don't really mess with us? They don't treat us. I mean, not all of them. A small percentage is actually from the Mali Empire. They treat us, or Senegal, they treat us good, but the vast majority treat us really terribly, and that's really causing people to gravitate.
You speaking anecdotally again. You do this all the time, brother. You can't assert, because there's Black people in New York that'll tell you the Black people that they encounter in Senegal they have negative experiences with, and then they'll tell you there's some people that will have good experiences with them. It just depends on the people, bro. You can't generalize people like that.
Look, on average, 50 states, you should get a sample size. 1 out of every 10 people, they're gonna, at least 5 out of every 10 Black people gonna tell you Africans talking about they not Black and they don't really treat us with like.
No, I agree with that. That's true.
They don't really have like hospitality. They treat us really disrespectfully.
May I respond to him, please?
Go ahead, Michelle.
Okay, then, if that's the case, honestly, African immigrants are not the real problem. It's the Hispanic immigrants. I've seen Hispanic immigrants come in with companies and displace Black people. Like a lot of these cleaning companies now that are coming in that will get the contracts that Black people want to get, they're getting pushed out slowly and surely with these contracts.
Fact,
so it's
that's
not
a
just
fact.
Black immigrants.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about being displaced. I'm talking about like courtesy and respect and just the golden rules. Like just being nice.
No, but he does have a point with that. That's a valid point, though. He has a point with that. A lot of I can't laugh. A lot of them come over here. A lot of them do come over here and do that, bro.
If you're about the money,
ain't nobody talking about money. I'm talking about treating a person with respect. How you doing? Like say you say how you doing, they gonna look at you like you crazy.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
I don't care.
Nah, but it's not he's not saying he don't care, but that when if you talking about what the brother Jagoon said, if you saying that the people are supposed to be brothers, the average African American that doesn't have any type of context of why they behave like that is gonna be like, oh, so you don't rock with me, so I'm not gonna rock with you, and that's how these movements occur. Nobody's saying that's how it should be, but.
No, he said he had an experience with the Nigerians,
where
right?
they can feel they can benefit from, they will talk to you. Trust me. I worked with this one Nigerian lady. She was a character, but once she knew that she could get a benefit from me, she was my BFF. Okay,
yeah, but that's
That's how we roll out here.
That's not. But again, when you observe that and you analyze that type of behavior, that's not somebody you want to build no community with. That's just no opportunists.
Look, I'm trying to keep a job and I'm trying to get things done.
But nobody's saying that you're not trying to keep a job. But you got to understand where they coming from, which I do. I think they need to get past that to a certain level, yeah. But that does need to be addressed. They disposition towards black people. That's not even just in
America.
America.
How are you going to frame it? How do you want it addressed, sir?
They need to do the actual studies of how the dynamics occur.
So then, would you like from you and I to work on the study, to propose a study?
No, it's not no study. The stuff already exists. The stuff already exists. You have the disposition needs to change.
But let me tell you this, right?
Because the same disposition that occurs in the United States is gonna exponentially grow when people that's quote unquote Pan-Africanists get on the continent. But you just gonna have to deal with it.
But experience with the Senegalese and the Nigerian, I will tell you this, right? You experience that with the Nigerian. You have said it several times. Even other African Nigerians will treat them like that. Let me tell you that. They always think that they know better than everybody else, right? So I don't think if only the African Americans alone that they treat like that.
Thank you.
Right? It depends.
Nobody's saying that's alone. I'm saying the entire dynamic needs to change. That's the point.
Just be quiet. Let other people speak. You're interrupting people, man. Oh God.
So that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. His experience. He said he experienced it with the Senegalese and also the Nigerians. Specifically, he said the Igbos, right? He said they are very disrespectful to him. A lot of Nigerians, when you have
so personal. Oh my God!
That's what the guy said.
I will say this. Let me make it clear. My experiences with the Nigerians is very mixed. I have like extremely good experiences, spiritual almost. How they treat me. For when I was in college years ago, I couldn't believe how well, but they always had like Muslim garb on. So I'm looking like it must be something with these Muslims, because the other Africans don't treat me they treat me like, and then I started noticing the differences in their cultures and their countries. They all carry themselves differently. They talk differently. They act differently. So I started saying, the Ghanaians don't mess with us at all. At least the Nigerians that live with us, they'll have some communication with you. But the people from Ghana, I don't know. And then you got other Africans from.
Brother, in reality, don't nobody really mess with us like that. But that's besides the point. You gotta obtain power. That's the only thing that's gonna alleviate it, brother. Until we obtain power, that's the only thing that matters. They don't care about us, bro. They don't care about nothing that we went through or none of that. Don't nobody care. That's how it is. That's the world.
Brother, all right, okay, brother Emmy, you're right. Because based on a lot of people, what a lot of West Africans are saying is not only coming from Black Americans. CD just pointed that out. For me, to be honest, I have mixed experience with Nigerians. I find some Nigerians very open and friendly. Some of them are really, really off. And the only thing I find off key about them is when they think they know something, but you can see like they really need help, but they're trying to pretend like they know it. It's like it's very cringy, It's like, come on. But other than that, I find them. I don't know where Brother M was right. Like sometimes before, I used to think the Nigerians are worse than the Ghanaians, but I think I come across the Nigerians are more friendlier than the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians are quite timid. You see them; they're very timid, they're shy. But us in the far west, like the Manding people or the Fula, we're very outgoing. We socialize with people easily, and we're easy to bring you in. I said this the other time to Dinus, why Sierra Leone and Liberia were established, and the differences with other parts of the region, why people were allowed to come in. So you can see it's a cultural difference. I don't think it's to do with the people; it's to do with the culture.
Your culture. No, you're right.
But that's a mixed bag, brother. You gonna have people that come on here and encounter Manding and Fula people that don't. They if they say what's up to them, they gonna walk past them and look like they're crazy. It's just a disposition of people that come on here. To me, brother M, you can't really get down on it because you got to understand that's just how the world works. Like the sister said, they coming over here to try to get money. They could care less about how we doing the history or none of that stuff. They just trying to get that money, bro. That's all it is.
Yes. Where Jagun was, where I live in the UK, Jagun was saying something. I agree with some of the stuff that he said. When it comes to the black and cohesion in the UK, we have managed to deal with the differences, like the things that you have in now. We had that before, and that is true. Like some Africans wanted to be Jamaicans, okay, and that's a fact. They wanted to be Jamaicans because they're shy. But not only that, they was badly welcomed by Jamaicans, in back in the days. So they feel like they have to blend in to be Jamaican. And also,
Bro,
I
you're a
remember
newcomer.
my
You're a newcomer, bruv. You weren't even here when those days were.
no, okay, yeah, okay. My, I came here. I was young. I came here. I was like 12 years old. Okay, and I don't know why. Me and you are
What was
different
that?
age. How
That
old are
was
you?
2 weeks
How old are you
ago.
now?
I'm a big
Exactly.
boy,
You're older
man.
than me.
I'm a
Yeah,
big boy.
exactly. So I know.
He
I've
sound
seen you.
he sound more British than you. Africa sound more British than you. You are all real
Brother
Nigerian. You
Diamond,
just
did
stay
you read the super
Nigerian.
chat? The guy, he
Yeah,
went
Yeah,
yeah.
hold
Sorry.
on.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me a question.
the super chat. The guy made a super chat. Did you get it?
I'm about to click it now. I'm about to read it now.
Hey, brother T, I'm glad you.
Landmark 22. Thank you for $2 holla. Got the pow, not the pow wow. Bobo Lico 9354 $5 holla. I does never hear how we going to come together. All is a bunch of BS. All right. I'll go ahead, T. Khalik.
Yeah, I think it's more than just. I don't want to go down like Africans are being mean to me as an FBA. I think someone said that. I think that's everyone. You run the problems of everyone. I can personally say there's like no unique like meanness coming from Africans. I think the problem that we're having once again that no one's really addressing is I'm gonna take for example once again the Congressional Black Caucus. Most of them have immigrant backgrounds. And like I said, I'm not a big reparations thumper, but when the topic of reparations come up and they don't push for it or say Black Americans don't need it, and then when you look at their backgrounds and they're coming from, some of them have families coming from Africa or the Caribbean island, and they don't have roots in America, it makes you question, saying who do their loyalties lie? How can they come to this country and then speak for on behalf of Black Americans when they're not even from this country? They just immigrated here. That's the main problem FBAs are having. And that's why they are called tethers, because they're actually working against the best interests of the native Blacks. And I'm always say it, open borders does not help Black people. It doesn't. It helps African immigrants and Caribbeans bring their families over here. That's all it does. But collectively, it does not help the native Black people. Having all these illegal Latinos flood our neighborhoods doesn't help Black people get jobs. In fact, it lowers wages because you have a bunch of immigrants now competing for the same jobs. And these are low skilled immigrants. I mean, yeah, some of them are good, but the vast majority are coming over here, getting on welfare. Guess what? The American taxpayer has to pay it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I made this statement before. If a whole bunch of immigrants are coming over, and I don't care from either South America, Africa, or the Caribbean, and like only like 10% have conservative leaning views, and like the rest of the 90% are like liberals and fall for the liberal agenda, which is, pushing the LGBT, pushing all these social destructive family, just nonsense that's causing the genders to go to war, cause all confusion. I don't want them here. Get them out of here. Like if you're gonna come over here and just get brainwashed by liberals and then try to put like a Black twist on it, I don't want you here. I don't affiliate with you. You are actually a detriment to the race of people here. Like get out of here. So that's the main problem I have with these immigrants. You know what I'm saying? They just come over here and and to be honest, I think they have to be liberals because liberals are the only ones supporting them. Otherwise, once they lose favor with liberals, they are going to get deported. So it
That's
just works against the
nonsense.
native. It works against the natives, and
I don't think
then
that's
and
true
It's
then
though.
nonsense,
and
I
bro.
then,
don't
Most
think
and
that's
then the
true.
Africans are
last
from over here
thing,
be
and then the last
This
conservative.
thing
guy,
is
Y'all
how they
this
think
take
guy,
no,
money
you
out
be
of
black.
this
saying
country.
dumb stuff.
They take
He's a
money out of this
weirdo.
country,
He's a
and then
weird
they
That's
guy,
send
true.
it back
honestly.
to their country. So you got to understand, they don't even give a damn
You,
about this country.
But
you
So
you
what?
sound like a
you just
racist
How does
white
that
man.
help the
where are
native
you
Black
getting this data
population
from that
You
most
are
of them
when
one
you
are
of
get
the
these
liberals?
racist
when
white.
you get
You are
these
with that.
immigrants that take money out of this country to rebuild their country.
Can
That
I
doesn't help
respond to him?
America.
Where are
That
you
is a
getting these
drain
numbers
on
from
the
that
American
majority of immigrants
resources?
are liberal?
Why don't you stay in your country and stop fleeing and build it instead of draining our resources?
Can I
That's the
respond to
main
him? Then I'm
problem we
gonna
have
leave.
with them.
Because they're draining resources from other people's nations. So and making them
I
flee to where
understand
they
that.
have to come to the country.
So then you guys got to stay at home and fight against
tell
that.
your daddy
Just
Trump to stop
like we
going.
try to
Tell
fight
your daddy
against these
Trump and
white
Marco
liberal
Rubio
feminists
to stop going to
that
other people's countries
brainwash
planning
you
on
Africans. We
colonizing them
over here
when
fighting
they can
against
stay in
them.
their country. Don't nobody want to be in no 32-degree weather when they can be on the beach in somewhere tropical if you stop taking their resources.
Okay, can I ask a
Thank you.
question to Brother T?
Thank you. Yes. Well
May I
said.
ask a question to Brother T? May I ask a question
Dude
to
is an
Brother T?
idiot.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think many of
He's
you
the
are
truth.
misunderstanding what Brother T is talking about because, again, I worked with a gentleman. He was from Cameroon, and he did the Azania situation. This man worked 16 hours, 20 hours. So I said one day to him, "You're so big at what's going on in Cameroon. How come?" I think they were organizing something. I said, "Why don't you go down to the embassy, because this is the DC area, and help your brothers fight to free Cameroon, because the dictator there is like 92 years old. The daughter's running around here with a white woman all over the world to get Cameroon off the what's that thing? The francophone money. So you and your kid, because his son, this is the issue. His son now is dating a white girl. Okay, so you're telling us. I got an issue with that, because you're telling we should bleed blood for Africa, but your son's running around here with a white girl. And when it's time for you to go to the Cameroon embassy to protest against what's happening in Cameroon, you're too busy trying to work 16 hours a shift so you can still build a home back.
Who is telling y'all to bleed blood for Africa, bro? Like, y'all just be coming on here saying stupid stuff. Y'all are retarded.
Michelle,
these are economic migrants who are brainwashed by white liberal women.
Okay.
Prove that these immigrants come over here and be liberals, man. Where are you getting this data from? Y'all be coming on here just saying the dumbest stuff. Y'all cannot prove any of the stuff y'all are talking about.
Hey, excuse me.
Can I say something? Let Michelle finish. Go ahead, Michelle.
Can I say something after Michelle?
Yeah, that's
let the woman finish.
I see here at work, this guy is working 16 hours to build a home in Cameroon. Okay. The president of Cameroon's daughter is here with a white woman somewhere around the world. His son's dating a white girl. And you want to tell me about culture and stuff when you look at what's happening to your bloodline. That's all I'm saying.
What does that got? How does that correlate to what he's saying? You tried to say what he said, and he said nothing to that.
Go ahead, Jagoon.
Okay, thank you. Can I ask Africa not to start doing you're not the person who is organizing this panel. I was speaking. Wait,
me, man.
You did not.
Why are you always trying Africa, man?
I'm just gonna say this.
You're not on my level, bro. Seriously, don't mention my name, bro. You're not on my level. You know that.
You mentioned my name. What do you mean? How dare you? You idiot! I'm not on your level. Your level is under my foot. What I want to say, because Dinus gave me the opportunity. This idiot was trying to do the navigation.
You told you politely to let a lady to speak. That's what
I wanted. No. It's not to you. You keep quiet as well. You keep quiet as well. You tramp.
You're old, man.
Now let me just say this. Let me say this now without idiotic interruption.
Go away. Just go away.
Yeah. You full of hate. Keep your hate up.
You guys are both brothers in the UK. Why can't you show some love?
No, we're not brothers.
I'm not brother like I don't know brother like with someone I've seen him with a failure. Just talk.
You have no idea who I am. You laughing person. Anyway,
whatever.
What I want to say is you see how we're speaking really does show
Nigerian arrogant in here.
Of course I am. I'm Nigerian. How am I going to be any different?
Why are we getting into personal?
For nothing.
They can't help it. Because they're still so small, they can't help it. Anyway, let me have my say. Yes, let me have my say. The way we're speaking is as though we are not really understanding how this world is. The amount of money that leaves Africa into the coffers of Europe and America compared to the amount of money that we are trying for ourselves. Going to America as Africans and working. It's not that we're not working. Going there and working and making ends meet for us there where we are living and back home, it's tough. It's a tough life. It's a tough life for any African. And that's what they're going there to do. To complain that they're taking away from you. When you see, I'm here in England, when we work, when the money that's in our pocket, the people who are on the dole or whatever, they don't even matter to us. We don't even think about them. But indeed, we're paying our taxes. And we know that we're paying our taxes. I have never signed on the dole in my life, but I've worked in this country. And when I work, I build myself. That's what you work for. If you're not working and you're on the dole in America and you are looking at an African who is working, you're just being jealous. Get up and go to work. It doesn't interfere with your life in one iota. What's going on in the big world, however, the 100 million in aid that comes into Africa per year, there is 100 times leaving the continent by thieves of the Europe and America. If you can't really equate these things, you shouldn't be speaking. You should not be speaking because you have no idea of how this world is operating. And
Boy,
it's not us
y'all come
lowly
over here and
Africans.
vote Democrat,
It's not us
and the
lowly
Democrats
Africans.
rob y'all ass. So what are you talking
Well
about?
well done. It's not us Africans who are doing that. The
It's a
people
fact.
who,
African immigrants come over here and vote for
well
wars,
done, bro.
voting
Well
for the
done. Well
Democrat
done.
Party that's robbing Africa.
Excellent.
What are you
Excellent
talking about?
idiotic point. Excellent idiotic point.
Absolutely.
Idiots.
Hey, can I say something?
Yes, you
Voting
can.
to
After
destroy
me,
your
please.
own homeland and then export LGBT right back into Africa. Get out of here,
Bro,
man.
we ain't got none of that shit going on. We don't behave like that.
Man,
You
y'all
showed
come
up
over
that.
here and learn the
We
LGBT
ain't got
ways
that
and go
shit,
right back
bro.
to Africa trying
We ain't got that shit.
to change that shit in
The only
Africa.
confusion,
You
you see,
learned it from the white woman over
the
here.
only confusion with a country like Africa, with a country like Nigeria, to the rest of West Africa, is that they have jealousy. They have jealousy for what Nigerians have done as individuals, not as a nation. The nation is spunked. There's nobody that can't say that. It's the truth. The nation is fucked. However, the individuals do their best to make ends meet.
We're
And
not
we do
talking
it
about
better than
Nigeria. We
we
don't
do
want to
it.
know
I
about
know we're not.
Nigeria, bro.
I know we're not. But we do it better than anyone. And that's why you have jealousy. That's why you have idiots in
You have
society.
you have the biggest population. That's fine. Yeah, you can-
You're going to start your rubbish
eating.
talk.
I'm eating and talking. That's how much you mean to me, bro.
Focus on the topic.
All right, let me ask this brother, right? The brother that just came.
Sorry, Sidi, have you watched Sidi? Have you watched Sidi recently? Sidi?
Nah.
Have you seen what's going on? Yeah, Sidi, have you seen what happened in Sierra Leone and Guinea? Sierra Leone and Guinea right now, they're gonna go to war, you know.
Oh, really?
One mic. Geez,
I thought we weren't talking about that.
No, Jagu, but he brought up a good point. But hey, so what happened? I know that the soldier got detained in Guinea. What happened after Africa?
Sorry, I've got food in my mouth. The Guineans are taking the mickey out of us, Dennis. Right now,
I can't hear you. Said what? The Guineas are what?
The Guineans are taking the advantage of us big time. Big time. They've been taking our lands. They've been encroaching on our land, taking our lands. Enough is enough. We had enough. They came into our territory, captured our police officers, captured our Guinea.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't hear them. Too many people talking. Go ahead, Africa.
So what happened is, Dennis, during the war in Sierra Leone, okay, the Guineans came in to help us, which we really appreciate because they're the one that really done the groundwork, okay? But the border between Guinea and Sierra Leone, which is the diamond mining area in the east called Yenga, that's why they built their barracks to stop the invasion into Guinea and Liberia. So when the war finished, they refused to move from that place. They refused to remove their base, okay? So the president that was there before Bio negotiated it and they cooled it down. But when this guy came to power, he done a new mapping. So he have mapped the north of Sierra Leone all the way to the east, and he's taking it into Guinea. And these people are not just doing it; they're taking action by building military base into the Sierra Leone land. And the last few days, in all the way, I'm talking about the east of Sierra Leone. Now they're actually on the northwest of Sierra Leone now. Yeah, and now they have entered that region. They have arrested about 15 of our soldiers. They have taken them to the capital city of Guinea.
Well, you're talking about near Port Loco, like up that way.
Yeah, it's in Falaba. Falaba is a region where the Fula people and the Mandinka and
Yeah, I know that area.
yeah. The thing is, because that region was part of Guinea, but the British took Sierra Leone, and that became part of Sierra Leone. But this is still disputed, and they coming in. We had enough, It's just I feel so emotional. I couldn't, I'm struggling to even think about it. And some of our soldiers been beaten up, been taken to Guinea, and it's going to create problem. It's going to create a big problem between the two nations. It's going to be Ukraine and Russia. Put it this way, because the sad thing is, really, we don't have the army to fight Guinea, and
that's why they should fight a guerrilla war.
Hey, guys, hold on, guys. We got to close out. Let me pass the big Vovo. Then we got to close out. Go ahead, big Vovo.
Yeah, I wanted to speak to you, Donis. This Vovo Ranch.
Go ahead.
You asked earlier, how have y'all killed the Pan-African movement? If you got Dr. Umar kind of trying to little bit distance himself away from the Pan-African movement, that shit over with. These guys that
no, it's not.
Okay, if I could just real fast, this is what I think. This is what I think.
Go ahead.
You letting guys, you have a platform. You're a Pan-Africanist platform. You letting trolls speak. Why you can't cut off these guys and not let them speak? In order to be taken serious, you got to have serious conversations. A lot of these guys aren't interested in serious conversations. They want to wag their finger at Black Americans. When history looks back at this time, what are they going to say about search for a Huru? When our children and grandchildren listen to this channel, this is going to look like a dump on Black American space. You're a part of it, Donis. Donis, you need to come back home. I've been telling you this forever. You need to come back to Black America. They got you in Africa eating worms. Nigga, what you doing? You eat worms in Africa. You eat worms.
He's good. You said in your ghetto in
you need to get on the challenge.
Before you close out, can I say
you
one thing?
You gotta come back to the pork chop sandwich, Donis.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. The good person from Cleveland is the Brian
pork chop sandwich is full of worms. You eat pork. You're talking about pork. And you're talking about worms. That's
you know the part of America he's from Cleveland. Cleveland is our project in ghetto. Only the branching from the only good person from the Cleveland is branching. He living now in the project over there talking shit.
Listen, Donis, this is your space. This is the Pan-African movement right now in 2026. This guy that's speaking right now. They killed it. Y'all killed it.
Did I say you got destroyed by some guy with the bull?
Y'all was never serious people. It's all about the Pan-African movement today. It's about being jealous about Black Americans.
Bobo, I'm not jealous. I love Black Americans, man. I love Black Caribbean. I love all Blacks, bro. I ain't got no problem.
No, you don't. You're jealous.
Oh, I'm not talking to you.
I don't care who you're talking to. I'm talking to you. I care about you.
Y'all are on the wrong side of history.
Yeah. You can't even speak English.
Y'all on the wrong side of history. Y'all on the wrong side of history.
The reason Pan-Africanism never realized, never actualized, is because we never really have a chance to talk. This is a perfect opportunity to talk and build connections and build networks. Because when the Africans come here, I think they usually come here looking for their own opportunity, and they see the Black people are the weakest link. We the easiest to exploit, the easiest to come up on. So I think we never really have a chance to really know them. They never really talk to us like that, and therefore we can't really build networks to actually go over there and have this Pan-African realization, because we never really connect like that. So I think this platform is a good approach, a good step in the right direction, and I think more Africans should reach out and have more connections.
All right, guys. Hey guys, we got to close out. Everyone, thanks so much for joining.
Stay in here. We'll have a private conversation.
Danfo offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshe traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfo, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfo, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfo Africa. To learn more, visit danfo.africa.